I drink your milkshake.
You are listening to the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Moving my bones, no place to rest. Traveled up north just to find my head. I'm still corn-fed. I'm corn-fed. Moving my bones, no place to rest. Travel up north just to find my head. I'm still corn-fed.
Okay, we're recording. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Corn Fed with Dalton Pruitt. I'm Dalton Pruitt. I'm the first billionaire podcaster. This is hold on. Sal, how do I usually do this?
Well, I don't know, man. There's a girl here.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're too nervous.
We're on the I'll say this, we're on the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Fill her up.
Thank you. We have an excellent get. We have a girl here. We're joined by
Girl.
a girl.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Yeah, we're
Lord have
joined-
mercy.
Do what?
There is a soundboard too, by the way.
Yeah, I have a soundboard.
What does that
Um,
mean? It just like has little quotes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
I have the Elgato Stream Deck MK2, so I just went through and loaded it up. I had to like create my own. I don't know how to edit things or really do what I'm supposed to do when it comes to producing a podcast. So I just very laboriously just went through iMovie and was like playing and pausing, and then clipping out like 1 second at a time what I needed. And
I
then,
get it. I literally don't know how to do anything. I don't even know how I do internet work because
It's crazy how we're all trying to do it, but
I don't know.
yeah, it's
We don't know how to
crazy.
do it.
Like you have to do it now. Like nowadays, like anything you want to do has to be. You have to have some sort of technological proficiency. And man, I don't I don't know how to really do anything with technology that well.
I was like, I've been against it a long time. I've been trying to fight it. I'm doing the boomer thing. I'm like, I'm not switching over. If I could have a home phone with a cord, I still would.
You know what's funny? A home phone's not even really a home phone, like a landline anymore. With a lot of these.
Landline.
Yeah, a lot of these companies that say they do home phone or landlines, like an actual landline is hard lined into like the earth. It's like separate from everything else in your home. So if there's like a power outage or anything, your phone is still like grounded into something, so you could call 911. But a lot of companies that still do home phone, it's a VoI, voice over internet protocol. So it's actually running the phone through your internet. So if you have a power outage, if you have a power outage and your internet goes out, your phone is also out. So it doesn't really even do the same thing as what a phone is supposed to do. So I guess Kaczynski was right. I don't know. I guess that's where that's
yeah, I
going.
mean, back in the day, to stalk a woman, you used to have to cut her phone lines, and now you can just shut the power off. You know,
Mhm.
it's a lot easier.
Exactly. You could just you don't have to cut the two separate cords, I get.
Yeah, you used to have to do two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thinking, like the movie Scream. You know.
Yeah.
I have like
Anyway.
a childhood memory of like, I have 3 older brothers, and I remember one of them, they always used to fight all the time and get pissed and angry and shit because, you know, and I just remember one of them ripped the phone out of the wall
Damn.
and threw it, and it was wrapped around a tree, and it was just there for my whole childhood, wrapped around the tree.
Aw.
That's great.
That sounds like
A decoration.
yeah, that sounds like one of like David Lynch's art pieces. Like when he's like, "Look at this! This is some art I made," and it's just a phone wrapped around a tree. It symbolizes nature and industry. Is
I remember picking up
as
the phone
one.
and when people were on, you hear their calls. They'd be like, "Get off the phone."
Oh yeah.
Breathing.
Mm-hmm. Or like
Um,
you'd be on a three-way call with your best friends, and then one of them would hang up, and you'd be like, "All right, hey, call me back." I don't think that motherfucker actually hung up.
Oh man, the days, I don't know if I'm older than you guys, but the days where I'd have to walk like miles to a payphone to like, hey mom, come pick me up.
oh yeah, we had a baby. It's a boy.
Ugh.
We had a baby. It's a boy.
I don't think I ever used payphones. I mean, I would just use like a phone, like a friend's cell phone, maybe.
I know,
I'm
I was
trying-
one of the last of my friends to get a cell phone. I don't think I
Oh,
got a cell
same.
phone until I was like 19,
Yeah.
maybe even older.
Oh yeah, hold on. I still haven't introduced you.
Oh
Folks,
wow.
please welcome to the show. A woman with breasts, Scarlet Monroe.
Hello.
I met Scarlet through obviously I've been reviewing titties. I haven't done one in a few weeks, a titty review, but when I was really fired up there for a while, I reviewed friend of the show, I reviewed Lexus's breasts, and then through Lexus got in touch with you, Scarlet, and did a review for you. And you were saying before we start recording that I was off base because in the review, the titty twister, or it might have been TikTok at the time before I got banned from TikTok.
Jesus.
In
I've
the
been
video,
there.
yeah, in the video, I think I said that they were naturals, but you were correcting me and saying they are indeed fakers.
And I was very flattered that you thought they were real. That's because
Yeah,
I didn't get big porno tits. You know what I mean? Like they kind of fit my body.
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
like titty technology or whatever it's called. The science of augmenting breasts is evolved now. Where if you're reasonable with what you're doing, they can look very real. It's when you try to get big old gazongas just bolted on your body that start like weighing you down. Where it's like, well, that doesn't make sense for her frame. You know,
Or it's all like thin here and then it's just a big round circle. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like big porno tits where it's
Yeah.
it just looks like two cantaloupes stuffed under her skin.
So
But I also was really lucky because a lot of women can't get the kind of surgery that I got because I had nothing, right? So I didn't need a lift, which is why they have the scar underneath because they get a lift. I just had a 30-minute surgery where they sliced a little in here, shoved it in, sliced a little in here, shoved it in, and that was it.
Wow.
ooh,
Sounds a little crazy, but
Wait, it was a 30-minute surgery?
yeah.
So you could have like in the time it takes to watch like an episode of the Cosby Show, you can get
imagine
fake
coming
tits.
imagine coming back for your lunch break with a giant rack. Oh
Like,
man.
did you do something with your hair? No.
For real.
Yo. That's cool.
I mean,
though.
you have to like go in and they have to give you the stuff and all that.
Sure.
But the actual surgery was, I believe, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Did you work at all in the industry like before your surgery?
So the funny thing is, I think I got my boobs. So I had to go through a bunch of shit because it was during COVID. So I had to get the test that goes all the way up to your brain like a bunch of times.
Oh,
I had to
Lord.
get a bunch of extra precautions. It sucked. And I hadn't done OnlyFans yet. I hadn't started OnlyFans. And I was in the industry. I was a dancer from about age 20. I don't really want to tell my age.
Ballerina.
Mhm.
But in my 20s, my mid-20s, early to mid-20s, I was a dancer. And then, I got sober. I'm almost 5 years sober. This month, the 27th, I'll have 5 years sober. So
congrats.
I got the boobs. Thank you. I got the boobs after I got sober. I think I had a couple of years. So Yes, I was in the industry before that, but I didn't have fake boobs when I was dancing. And I didn't get them for any other reason besides I just wanted to feel better about my body because I was really flat.
Yeah.
Like I was a lot thinner when I got them too, but it was just flat and not
Yeah.
existent.
Did you consider just getting fat before instead of getting fake tits?
I didn't.
Because that's
I don't
one
know
way
if it
to
works
get.
that way.
That's one way to get titty. And I'm not saying you're
Are
fat in any way, but I'm saying one option instead of getting fake tits is gaining a ton of weight.
That's
And
true. I've never
Right.
seen any fat, flat-chested women.
Well,
exactly.
I did used to have,
Huh.
nice size, and then I got really thin and they just weren't existent. So I didn't really, and then I just got the boobs. So I don't really know what would have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and Sal, we're fat as shit, and we have voluptuous breasts,
Yeah, I got some nice knockers.
I
dude.
should do a review on yours.
Yeah, please. I would love for more people to do titty reviews. I'm not the only one that's allowed to do them. I'm hoping it
Right.
catches on, and somebody else becomes more successful with it than me. It's usually what
But
happens.
you just gotta stay consistent, and you'll get there. You gotta
Yeah.
stay consistent.
Where is you have a nice accent. Where is that from?
I'm from Massachusetts,
Oh hell yeah. You
so
sound
do I
very
sound like that?
scrappy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound
Like
like
you'll
you could
fight
throw.
some bitches.
Yeah,
Not
you sound like
from
you'll throw down.
Boston, but I would throw down.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like those. I guess the accents that broads have, women that you would consider
Yeah.
broads. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Yep. I heard a
Um,
thing the other day that said Massachusetts people or East Coast people are kind but not nice. And then West Coast people are nice but not kind. Like someone in Boston will cuss you out and then help you change a tire. As in someone
Mhm.
from the West Coast will just be like, hi, and then talk shit behind your back.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm from New
Yeah.
York as well, so I've definitely had people call me a fucking idiot while they're helping me do something.
It's
Yeah.
just like a term of endearment.
Yeah, you fucking
people
idiot. Let me show you how it's done.
people in the Northeast, like my experience in New York City, people were very friendly. Like there's a community feel to New York where it's like we're all in this together because the city is so frenetic and chaotic. Like you'll see like all the stories come out about how it's deteriorating. Like there's a guy pissing on the subway. That's just the subway.
That's in
That's
Boston
not.
too.
Yeah, that's not like a new thing that's happening because of the whoever the mayor is at the time or whatever. That's just where they go to piss is on the subway, and you just don't ride on that car because now there's piss in it.
Yeah. Sort
And
of
but
like
most of the city, because it got like the city got overhauled with Giuliani, because I mean it was a shitty place for a long time, and then I guess he cleaned it up and. Now he's a joke, but people forget that
that's an Italian American hero.
he's right after 9/11, he was an American hero. People loved him. And now he's the guy with the hair dye running down his face, and he's got the rodent teeth, and he tried to fuck a teenager in Borat 2. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
It's pretty
Where are you
good.
guys from?
I'm from Texas, and
Okay.
Sal's lived in Texas for a long time. That's where we met in like the DFW
Okay.
area.
Yeah, I'm DFW boy, but I'm from upstate New York.
I've been to Texas a couple times.
What
Nice.
part?
I was so I used to date this really shitty asshole fucking tattoo artist. And he would go to tattoo conventions. And so we'd fly to tattoo conventions. We went to one in Deep Ellum,
Okay.
and we went to one.
Nice.
The one that I liked better was the one where we went, San Angelo.
Was he
Okay.
shitty, like a shitty boyfriend, or just shitty at tattooing?
Really good at tattooing, really shitty as a boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He
a
was
lot of
on.
men,
He was like a judge on Ink Masters and all this shit. I won't get into it.
a lot of
but he
career
was
men are
really shitty boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like tattoo artists are probably on the same wavelength as like chefs and comedians and musicians.
I was just talking about this with somebody too. Like most of them are just have this like weird ego. But the people that tattoo me now, like I've like boiled it down. I just have 2 artists now. Like I've had a bunch of people work on me, but the guy, my local guy, is like the nicest fucking person you'll ever meet. He's so sweet. Like he's so nice. And like he's not nice because he wants to like fuck me or anything. He's just like literally nice.
Can I tell you
And
something?
then yeah.
He wants to fuck you.
He doesn't though. No, I'm not kidding. Like if you met
he a
him,
gay
you
man?
think he was a little gay, but he's not gay. He has like a part. He calls his like girlfriend his partner. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
he's gay. He's
So
gay.
he's
just
a
a gay
nice.
guy.
He's nice. No, like he's not like, oh, my girlfriend. He's like my partner and I, and they.
Gay!
Well, whatever it is, it's always an enjoyable time, and he takes good care of me. Like
Yeah,
when
nice
I did
guy,
this,
I'm sure.
I did this cover up, and it was fucking horrible. And I've never used numbing cream or anything. I just take
Oh,
it like I'm.
that was that was the funny thing when I because I didn't know how I guess you felt a certain way about the tattoo you had, but when I posted the video that I did for you, a lot of the comments were like, "What in the fuck is that tattoo that she's got?"
Wait, what did
It
it
was
used to
a
look like?
tattoo. It was. I got it when I was very high on cocaine,
Okay,
Nice.
and I was not right. And
It
it was
was
like it was from a meme.
Yeah, what? It was like a wolf that with
It's
like
it's
arrows.
like 2 wolves, so it's supposed to be like it's like fucking gay. Talking about gay, like one wolf is like the baby one with the 1 arrow's dead, and like that's the past, and then the present is the big wolf with all the arrows and the blood, and it's like still, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but it was just I got this big fucking panther over it because I'm like
Good
I just
That's
lord.
cool.
it didn't fit me anymore. But
You
while
really
he
into
was
Black Panther?
tattooing this, well, and when you have a weird tattoo in a weird place, really the only thing you can do as a cover up is do a panther. You can't. You need something dark.
That's crazy. I
So-
didn't ever even thought of it like that. I guess anyone that has a
Yeah.
panther, it's probably a cover up.
Is it?
Yeah,
I could do a
if anyone has a
panther,
big ass panther, it's a fucking cover up.
or you could do
You know-
like the Machine Gun Kelly thing, where you see where he got like
Didn't he get like blacked out?
the full blackout. Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't
Ugh.
like that. I don't
Yeah.
like the full blackout. I
a
don't
lot. That's like
understand it.
really popular these days. Is like the blackout where, yeah, you just I don't get it. Where it's just
I don't get it either. And it's just, I mean, people regret their tattoos. I myself have many cover ups. I have a cover up here. I have a cover up here. I have a cover up on my back. This is a cover up. So like I've gotten rid of most of the ones that I like. I think I don't have any tattoos on me that I don't like now.
Let me ask you this. If you could, would you start from scratch?
No.
Okay, so you're at least happy with the end result.
The pain, I would not go through that fucking
Yeah, they can-
maybe if it was free, because this shit is expensive and painless. But other than that, I have put my fucking time in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dawn and I are about to
It
get a
is.
tattoo for the show. We're about
Oh
to get
yeah,
Big
we're getting
Chungus.
the big Chungus tattoo.
Oh, nice. My niece is obsessed with that. It's the cat or something.
Yeah,
It's-
it's the Bugs, just fat Bugs
It's
Bunny.
plus size Bugs Bunny.
She talks about it. She's like, Big Chungus. I'm like, what the
I
fuck
love
is
Big
that?
Chungus.
I
I've never
love
seen
Big
it and not
Chungus.
laughed.
Yeah, not as a single picture has made us laugh more than
There's this one picture
fat
of
big Bugs
Piglet.
Bunny.
There's a Piglet picture that I fucking love where he's just like, oh, I have it in my phone somewhere where he's just like, and it's like he looks like he's like traumatized and his mouth's open. And I've used
Yeah.
it for a couple of things. It's so fucking funny.
I
Yeah.
just
Try to
bought a
find it.
shirt off TikTok that it's a little frog with a musket and it says strawberry jams, but my Glock don't. And he's got like a little old timey pirate gun.
Well,
I
I hope
love
that's
it.
worth getting your identity stolen.
I know.
Oh my god!
I've
So
heard
on
that
TikTok, I've been banned a bunch of times.
What have you heard, Dalton?
I've heard that the buying stuff off those TikTok shops that it's not very secure. That there's a lot of
Oh,
data
fuck.
breaches, and it's a good way to have your entire identity taken. But that actually might help your credit score go up.
I was gonna say someone else is gonna get arrested for my warrants. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, if someone stole my identity, it's like, well, hey, enjoy that 500 credit score.
Have a good life,
Yeah.
basically.
Enjoy dodging those phone calls like I have to.
Like if we could arrange it to where I could You know how jealous I am? I have friends that come over here from like Venezuela and stuff, Cuba. They just buy a fucking ID in social. Like, and they're like, "Oh, I'm today I'm this name." And then they get another job and they just get a new set.
Wow.
I would love a do-over.
Yeah, I
I
would
don't know if I
love.
can vape on here. Will I get
You
banned?
can vape.
I can. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see why
I've
that's an
really thought
issue.
about it. I'm like,
We
"Hey, how
had
much
a
are those?"
we had my trans porn star friend just pulling out dildos and guns. So I think you can vape.
Yeah, I don't know. I know TikTok doesn't let anything when I go to I'm on
Oh,
TikTok, which
I
I
don't. Yeah,
rarely do.
I don't mess with. I don't even try to really use TikTok anymore because I got banned pretty quick because of the titty videos.
Yeah, well,
And
they're taking TikTok away anyway.
yeah, they're getting rid of it anyway because the Chinese. I guess they're evil. I don't know.
TikTok was my #1 when I first started this a couple of
Really?
years. I've been doing OnlyFans for 2 years, a little over 2 years, and TikTok was the most growth for me. And then I went viral like one time and got banned like right after I went viral, and I was like fully dressed. It was ridiculous. So I had to like pay this guy who gets everybody's accounts back, this guy Nietzsche, and
Jesus.
I had to pay him a bunch of money, and then it happened again, and then I had to pay him again. And so I have my TikTok. I have like 4 TikTok accounts, but my biggest one barely gets any views. I kind of just use it to make videos, and then I have another
Mhm.
app that takes the watermark off, and then I post them to Instagram because Instagram's more. You get more views on Instagram right now for some reason.
I get. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I barely get. I have to work really hard to get views. You know, I don't
Dude,
have.
I do too. Trust me. I'm not kidding you. I'm like, I stopped comparing myself though. I don't fucking
Oh,
care. How many
I
videos I
think
do.
if I think if the stuff you post as a woman is you know too lascivious, it's too what's the word I'm looking for, revealing maybe, then they can
Oh,
start
like on Twitter?
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Like if they catch on that you're trying to like promote OnlyFans, and so it's
Right.
the stuff you're posting is, you know, maybe a little racy. They'll probably shadow ban you and then maybe start sending you notifications that it's like, okay, you violated the community guidelines. Here's a strike, and then eventually just ban you.
Well, they did ban one of my videos because I was talking about running over somebody with my car.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
God.
Yeah,
The internet used to be
TikTok
a safe place.
TikTok is strict
But
about
well, that was
everything.
Instagram. But I've been shadow banned, I think, on Twitter for a while, but I've just been work pumping on my Instagram, and I have a video that's kind of going viral. It's got like almost 500,000 views, and it's me and the Marshall Tucker band's playing in the background, and I'm talking about a cookout. It says like, you know, the food's gonna be good. The cookout is gonna have Coke fueled fist fights and Miller Lite if this song is playing. And it was just me in my car. It was like a 5-second video, and for some reason that like took off. So I'm trying to like kind of just do like fully clothed, regular shit, regular thoughts. You put
Yeah,
more personality into it. It's not the same fucking, you know, you scroll through Instagram and it's like, oh, that's an OnlyFans marketing, you know, and then it's like something different.
yeah. It's I think the sweet spot is like the people I've seen have the most success on regular social media is women who are like attractive but also maybe autistic. So they flirt with the idea of being like thoughts, being sluts, but they never go full throttle on it. So it's this combination of like, you know, here's a picture of me in a lovely outfit. You can see some cleavage, and then the next post will be like, I'm scared to talk to boys. People like that back and forth. You know, the idea of an autistic woman who doesn't know she's hot. So you can try that. Try being retarded on the internet.
I've been pretty retarded on the internet. I'm gonna keep trying though, because that seems to, you know, what happens is you need the commenting. So like controversy is really good, shit like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
you know,
start
because the
posting
comments
about
boost
like,
it.
yeah, start talking about like eugenics and your thoughts on Gaza. Just start having like very strong opinions that are
Right.
provocative.
Tell
And
me all your thoughts on Gaza.
yeah, because I
See, I
see.
don't watch the news. I don't
Do we
watch the news. I
really need
literally
to
have no
bomb
idea what's going
them?
on.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't Fuck the news.
I'm very uninformed. Like I just post the like really dumb stuff. I try not to get too far into the political grift. I just like being
Yeah.
I just like being an idiot.
I mean, I got my news from Twitter, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's big enough, I'll see it on Twitter.
I get my news from like retarded hot girls on Twitter who are trying to do
Mhm.
activism. And so, but I'm like really just trying to see some titties, but then I'll see like something about Gaza, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then I'll,
And then I'll check the comments to see whether like what's actually going on.
yeah.
Right. My mom calls me.
Your
Really?
mom.
She'll be like, "Did you know about the blah blah blah?" I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
Did
your
you
mom.
hear what's happening over in this place? Or did you hear about that guy that did that? I'm just like, oh my god.
Your mom calls you to tell you what she watched on Fox News. Yeah, my mom has done that. Back when Tucker Carlson was still on there, I'd get phone calls from my mom like, "You're not gonna believe what Tucker said." I'm like, "Who's Tucker?" Tucker Carlson. I'm like, "Oh,
You're like, who the
our
fuck?
family friend Tucker." I forgot. Yeah. And now he's like a renegade maverick truth teller on the internet in opposition of legacy media. He just interviewed Tucker Max.
Who?
Remember Tucker Max?
From the whitest kids you know?
No. No, I don't know who you're thinking of. Tucker Max was that guy who wrote those like really gross stories about his college life, and he got a book published.
I
I
hope
hope
they
they.
serve beer in hell.
Yeah. Tucker Carlson just interviewed him. I didn't watch
That's
it.
the movie that got me fired from Blockbuster.
Really? What happened?
I returned it late.
Oh, you were getting high on your own supply?
Well, so we have a week to watch the movies before they hit the shelf, but you have to have it back by the release date, and I did not. And that was the straw that broke Walmart's back.
Scarlet,
we're going out of business, motherfucker. Can you turn this in on time?
I just wrote Scarlet. By the way, plug your OnlyFlans.
OnlyFlans.
Only flan.
OnlyFlan. Yeah. Dude, that sounds delicious.
OnlyFlans, yeah.
I would love OnlyFlans.
Scarlet Monroe XOXO on TikTok. On Twitter, I'm Scarlet Monroe XO. OnlyFans, Scarlet Monroe XOXO. And
is that because there's so many Scarlet
what
Monroes?
else is there? Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. It's the same. The only one that's not XOXO is Twitter. It's XO because I guess
well, the important one is OnlyFans. That's where the money is. So
right.
Scarlet Monroe XO.
XO.
Oh, I can see your old tattoo. Okay.
Scarlet Monroe XOXO.
And I'm very nice to people on OnlyFans.
What if they want you to not be nice?
Sometimes I call them retarded and faggots, but I'm mostly
retarded faggots. So
is it extra though?
I'm mostly nice. If you're nice to me, I'm nice.
Do you do the?
I have a free trial for 30 days, and it's me messaging. I'm not managed. Nobody does my messaging. I do everything.
That's cool.
And I'm pretty responsive on there, and I have a small page, so it's not like.
Hey, you know what?
You're not gonna get spammed. The old one. I know. I have people on my Instagram and stuff that have been following me since I started all this shit. Because I literally had zero social media. I had a vanilla Facebook where I have like 300 friends who are like family and friends. When I started OnlyFans, I made a TikTok, a Twitter, an Instagram, and my OnlyFans. I did all that when I started. I didn't have anything. Like I just came out of nowhere,
Okay.
You're gonna be big. You're gonna be big. You're gonna be a big star. I can tell.
I think so. Yeah.
It's been 2 years and I am not yet, but
yeah.
I mean, you make a living doing it, right?
I have made a living. I did quit the service industry last August, but I did just start a new job last night at a music venue. I don't know if I worked, it's like not like a real music venue. Like last night was an Ozzy Osbourne tribute band.
Nice.
Were actually good. They were actually good.
Yeah.
But they played for 3 fucking hours. I was
as
like,
you
dude,
should if you're
I paid 150. I'm going to the Social Distortion Bad Religion show tomorrow on Tuesday. was like $140. They're probably going to play for an hour each, both band. You know what I mean? Like I've been to 2 concerts in the past couple of weeks, hip hop concerts, and they play for like an hour and a half. I'm like, this motherfucking band is still going. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess they have to, because I feel like an actual band, you know, they have the notoriety where it's
right.
like an hour. That's a good chunk of time for a famous band.
Plus, in Boston, they have to be done by 11. It's like a curfew. It's ridiculous.
There's a curfew in Boston?
Dude, Boston's not what it used to be, man. It ain't what it used to be.
I've never been. I've only seen it. I've seen it in movies. I know it exists, but I've never been to that area.
It's not that great.
Yeah, the movies don't make it look that good either. It's not like a romantic city like New York, like the way New York is presented in movies. Every movie about Boston is usually like a crime thriller. Like there's so much crime in Boston, even white people are doing it.
Yeah, there's a big homeless community, just like all other major cities. It's just like there's nowhere to fucking park. People drive like assholes. The only reason I really go there is I have the tattoo artist is doing my back. I have a big back piece going, and he's in Boston. Concerts are in Boston. I went to Rhode Island to get my boobs done. I'm like, I'm not fucking dealing with anybody in Boston. Rhode Island's the same distance for me, but
okay.
Providence, Rhode Island isn't really a city. I mean, it is a city, but like if I have to go to the airport, which I don't travel that much, but if I go to the airport, it's just more accessible to go to Boston because they have more flights and bigger airport.
Isn't like Rhode Island still like run by the mafia?
I mean, that's where I danced, and I have seen some things that I won't get into because I'm still scared to even talk about it.
Because I've heard that Rhode Island's one of the last holdouts that's actually still mob run, which means it's probably still pretty nice.
I'm not sure. I just know Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island to be exact, is not like a real city. Like it's a couple big buildings here and there. It's not like Boston. I do have one good story that I will share.
Okay.
All right.
From my stripping days. And I think I've shared this on Twitter before, so I don't mind sharing it here. I was working on like a Saturday night, and I didn't like to work on weekends because that's when all the cheap people came for bachelor parties and didn't want to spend any fucking money. So I was just randomly working a Saturday night. I used to work during the day and stuff when like the people with the money came in. And Joaquin Phoenix was filming a movie in Newport, Rhode Island, with Woody Allen movie with Emma Stone. It's called An Irrational Man. It's actually really good. It's kind of like an underground movie. And he came into the strip club, and he came right up to me, and we had a good time. That's all I'll say.
Okay, cool.
So I'm a certified little star fucker.
Did you get to see his Joaquin Phoenix?
I did.
Nice.
Did it? Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
I did. Is it a class? I ended up getting in a fight with him too, because he wanted me to leave the club and go to his hotel room, and I was like, dude, this is my job. If I left, I mean, from what you were talking about earlier, I won't mention it. The place that I worked was very it was a gentleman's club, and I would have been fired, and I needed my job. I'm not going to unless he were to give me $1 million fucking dollars, which that he wouldn't. So
you know that he has though.
So I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, just come back to my hotel. I'm like, I have to this is my job. It's not like I'm just gonna leave because
yeah.
So it left on a bad note.
It'd be funny if he got a boner and he handed you a card that said, I have a medical condition. That's why I have this boner. Because I can't control it.
Ever since that happened, this had to be 20. I'm not even gonna guess the year, but 9 or 10 years ago. This had to be a while ago. But
okay, so it was before Joker. Okay.
It was before Joker, and it's weird to see him now. It's just because it was a weird experience altogether.
Man,
and
you basically fucked Johnny Cash.
So that's where I thought he was the sexiest. That's where the height of his sexiness was, and that was after he had done that movie. And in this movie, where he had to be like a fat alcoholic professor, so he wasn't looking good. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like his hair was grown out, and
Yeah.
but
Okay.
You
yeah,
weren't getting walk the line, Phoenix.
I would
Yeah.
not. I did not.
He looks pretty good as a silver fox now. Like they're
No, he does. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the shots of him at the Oscars where he's all gray, he's gray now. He's looking sexy.
All the
So
girls were so mad at me. They're like, "Oh, why do you go with you?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know."
I guess maybe he's a
Maybe he looked
man
like his mother.
a man of taste. Yeah, you look like his mother. Bo's afraid.
Maybe, maybe.
And then
Heard
and
that
that
men are
isn't that what that
moms.
movie is about? It's about a guy with like mommy issues. I haven't
Which
seen it
one?
yet. Bo's Afraid. That movie he was in
I
last
haven't.
year. The Ari Aster, the guy who did Hereditary and Midsummer.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
I did see the one where he's in a wheelchair and he's an alcoholic. Did you see that one?
I haven't
That was
seen
good.
that one. No.
That was fucking
He
funny.
plays a really good.
He like eats shit and falls out of the wheelchair.
He's a good
great
actor.
Substance abuser.
Yeah, he's a
But
really
what was
good
funny
actor.
was I was at an AA meeting, right? And this girl was there. I'd never seen her before, and it was around here. And we were all at dinner. It was a big dinner, and I heard her say like, "Oh yeah, like when I was out in LA going to treatment, I was going to meetings, and Joaquin Phoenix would come to the meetings, and I ended up hanging out with him and sleeping with him. And I went across the table. I was like, dude, we're Eskimo sisters. What the fuck?" Because he was like going for, he was going around to like, he's probably an alcoholic anyways. They all are, but he was trying to like see what it was like to be an addict. So he was just like going to AA meetings and stuff and like studying for roles.
He was just going to study for a role.
Yeah, and pick up chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Pick up like sick
pussy.
and suffering addicts.
Yeah, if I happen to get laid, whatever.
I mean, I respect it. I mean, that's using your movie star powers the way they should be. You like just going and mingling with regular people and being like, "Oh, I can get pussy easy now."
I mean, he did pay me.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, he's got nothing but disposable income. It's like,
but he was cheap. He was.
Oh,
cheap.
he was. Yeah, rich people
Really?
are weirdly cheap a lot of the time.
We thought about that too.
Dude, I can't tell you
my
how many like people I'm like have known over the years, like rich friends who, if we go out to eat and like they pick up the tab and I owe them, like a few bucks, I just get hounded for that Venmo.
Is that Robbie?
Sal, cool it.
I'm kidding.
Cool it, Sal.
I find the people that set tip the best.
I'm like, wait, how many rich friends do you have?
Middle class.
Yeah, middle class
Tip
people.
the best. Working class.
Yeah, they love to tip. Rich people are very miserly. They're very stingy, and they'll hound you about a fucking $4 Uber pool. It's like I paid
That's
for
why
the
they're
Uber.
rich, because they're fucking stingy.
It's because they know the value of a dollar. They don't let any dollar go to be disregarded. And me and Sal, we're just we're just idiots with money. That's why. We're poor. Yeah. I'm spending all my money on cryptocurrencies called like dog with hat. And it's a picture of a dog with a hat on.
Nice.
So I think this is promising. Yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah. I was trying to do the thing with crypto where you like do regular investments each month. And every time I would invest, like the next day the market would just crash. So I'd spend money when it was at its like peak for that month, and then immediately the value of all of it would just nosedive. And so now I think I'm finally at a place where I'm only $100 in the hole on crypto, but I was down for a while. It's all going back up now though.
That shit scares me. I'm like never like risky with money unless I have been a few times, but I've never really been a gambler. Like I was like a total drug addict, alcoholic before I got sober, but I never really gambled, like a scratch ticket here and there on a special occasion. But
never
really got into it.
What's your policy on collecting the dollars? Like when do you just wait till the dance is over, or do you like start picking them up as they're falling?
I would wait till the dance was over.
That's what I prefer. I hate when she starts collecting them. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing?
But if someone throws a crumpled up motherfucker, I'd pick that up and throw it back in their face. Okay. I ain't dealing with that disrespect shit.
Yeah, no. Unless you see it's a 20 and you're like, whoa.
I kind of miss it sometimes. It was fucking. I got to pick my own songs and like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you.
It was good.
I
Wouldn't
remember
you?
I brought my. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying like nowadays, wouldn't you make? Don't you stand to make way more money on OnlyFans anyway?
Well, the problem was when I was dancing, I was also completely strung out and spent every penny I had on drugs. So I
Nice.
did make a lot of money, but I also don't know if I could do it sober. I thought about it a few times, but I'm kind
Right.
of like,
But I feel like stripping is so limiting because like you're reliant on like the club in whatever town you're in, that the place that hired
right.
you, and then the clients who whatever dudes come in each night. Whereas like with OnlyFans, you have access to just the entire internet basically,
Right. I
and
did
so
get a lot of, I did, I don't know what it was about me, but I did get a lot of guys that would just pay me to. There was a whole like upstairs in the club where you had to be a member for, and it had the full restaurant. It was really good food too, and they had like big private rooms with TVs. I had a guy where we would take a nap, and he would pay me for the champagne room. I had a guy that would just want me to smoke cigarettes and blow the smoke in his face, and he would pay me a couple $100. I had a bunch of
that makes
weirdos.
sense. I would enjoy that.
A lot
That's
of
cool.
people, they just flocked to me for some reason. The ones that didn't really want anything, they just wanted to hang out, and
They just want that
like,
weird
so
shit.
I was always authentic too. I was never like, hey baby, want to dance? You know what I mean? I was
Oh
just
God,
like,
I
hey,
hate
what's
that.
up? Like, like regular.
Yeah. Yeah, you have that very real woman. You're attractive. You're real, and you're like somebody who seems like you could scrap. Or,
Right.
Strip clubs used to look
I
like a
bullied
certain
somebody
way.
I bullied someone last night
yeah,
because their check was fucking $400. He tried to give me a $45 tip, and this is my first night at this new job, and they threw me in because they didn't have anybody. I just down the street place. I walked in, got hired immediately, and I worked Friday night. And I don't give a. This is the amount of I don't give a fuck. He tried to tip me like 10% when they were my biggest check, you know what I mean? And so I went right over to the dude. I don't even know what the policy is. The owner's right there. I don't even know what the fuck they think. I was like, this could be my last shift. I don't give a shit. I went over to him. I go, excuse me, sir, is there a reason that you didn't enjoy your service tonight? Because it seems to me that you only tipped me about 10% instead of 20. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You were so awesome. And I bullied him into tipping me $80.
nice. Congrats.
So I've been doing, I was a waitress, bartender, all that shit for so many years that I'm so burnt out on it that I just like don't give a fuck.
Oh, I
So it's
hate
like,
service industry. I hate working service.
oh
I
God.
never did. I never worked as a waiter. I've never done anything like that. But I did. I was a barista for a while, and it just like dealing with the people.
They
Like,
treat you like shit, man.
yeah, they
They
treat you like
treat you
shit,
like shit.
and then like because all the managers and regional managers or whatever are so fucking stressed out, they're also treating you like shit,
You
and
just
so
get
just
to a
like
point where it's not worth it.
yeah, you realize like, all right, well the people that are coming in here ain't tipping worth shit, and they're rude as fuck. And I got like 9 different managers and area managers and regional managers breathing down my neck. And I think my take home pay is like after taxes probably only averaging out to like $11 an hour. So fuck this.
Yeah.
I'll go do so like literally any. I mean that is like one of the good things about those kinds of jobs is they're disposable. You're just like I'll
You
just go
learn
find
a
this.
lot. You learn a lot too. You learn how to deal with people and other service industry people because like I feel like everyone should work in a restaurant at least once in their life or barista or something in the service industry because some of the ways that people treat us in the service industry is fucking horrid. And it's like I can't believe that many shitty people are walking around just treating everybody that get, like
Yeah,
fucking
I
terrible.
certainly like whenever I go out to eat or go anywhere where I have to interact with a clerk, a barista, bartender, waiter, I'm very respectful. I mean, I never was rude to people, but now that I like,
Oh,
having worked the job,
how bad is it though
Right.
when you're with somebody who's like sending shit back?
oh,
Oh,
I got
I'll
so
send
many.
shit back. I will send shit back. If I don't like it, I'm not like, oh, I don't like. I'm not going to eat the whole fucking thing and then send it back, which is what people love to do to try to get a free meal. If I don't like something, I'll say, I don't like this, and I'll send it back. I just
Yeah,
will. What pisses me off is my mom always orders things when we go out to eat, and I tell her, I'm like, don't order that, because every time she always wants to get the seafood thing, pasta, and she orders it, and then she doesn't like it. And I'm like, see, you always order the same shit, and then she doesn't want to send it back. I'm like, you don't like it, just send it back.
That's the mentality,
$40.
though. Yeah, of people that age. They're like, well, hold on now. Seafood that's quite a commodity. You know what I mean? They have it on the menu. I'm gonna get it. It's seafood, honey. It's classy.
Seafood is such a gamble. Like anywhere you go, you're really rolling the dice.
Like my mom would get mad if we ordered. My mom would get mad if we ordered like pasta. Like she's like, get something with meat. She's like, we have pasta at home.
She's right. I mean, she has a point.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love pasta though. Like if I go to an Italian restaurant, I do just want a big plate of noodles and cheese.
I'm like 8 years old, and she's like, "Don't you want a steak? You want a sirloin?" Like, no, I want mac and cheese.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked about this briefly on Crowder Boys last week, but like going to an Italian restaurant, actual Italian food is so underwhelming because it is like just steaks and lamb shanks and like Mediterranean type food, and it's like, yo, I want like noodles and sauce and cheese,
homemade pasta.
Yeah,
I want the wrong joints, my friend.
You know what I'm talking about. Like you go to an Italian restaurant and it's like
I'll turn you on to some good spots,
like a sea bass or a branzino or some shit, or where they have like actual like the Polly Walnut scene in Sopranos where it's like, well, you got any macaroni and gravy? You know, when they go to Italy and they're like, what the fuck is this?
That's how I feel. Fish over there. It's a lot of fish.
Yeah, that's how I feel anytime I'm at like a real Italian restaurant. I'm like, where's the baked ziti?
Yeah, just go to Olive Garden, buddy.
No, I don't have to go to Olive Garden.
Like, and you'll be happier there, and they'll be happier that you came. You know what I mean? It's a
win-win. Salad though. The salad at Olive Garden. What the fuck
salad
is
at Olive Garden is
cracking it.
Crack.
It's very good.
It's like crack.
And you can buy that salad dressing at the store.
It's not the same. It's not the same. I tried it.
It's not the same.
I make salad for myself. It sucks.
They soak them leaves.
I'm like, oh, so good.
Oh yeah, they soak those salads.
And then you got to do the Parmesan, the cheese, and salt and pepper levels. You know,
those salads have been studying at Brigham Young the way they be soaking. The way they're anyway. You know what soaking is?
They're just so good.
Yeah.
Where you put your penis inside of someone and
you don't move.
You don't. Okay.
It's not sex. It's soaking.
Oh, I don't know that. I've never heard of that one.
Oh, you never? Yeah, it's one of those like it's like the.
Isn't that breeding or no?
No, it's like the Mormon method of tricking God. So, a lot of students at Brigham Young, one of the ways they hook up and fool around, but they still get to be good Mormons, is the man will penetrate a woman in her vagina with his penis. You know the drill. You know the rules. Hey, this is Dave Portnoy. This is the one pump challenge. You know the rules.
You know who Dave Portnoy is?
A restaurant I worked at.
He's Boston royalty.
He did the pizza there. He did the pizza fucking.
Did he do it? Really?
Oh, he did the one by.
Yeah, I wasn't there that day. I think
I
think he's a big asshole.
I don't like what you did with the pizza.
He's a dickhead. That guy sucks.
I hate him.
But
repping Boston.
At Brigham Young, a lot of Mormon communities, the way the kids will try to get around God's rules is the guy will just stick his cock inside of a woman, and then neither one of them move. They just lay there with his dick.
Do you know what a shaker is?
So and then
you can hire a shaker.
Another thing they do is they'll have someone else, they'll have a third person come in the room and jump up and down the bed. So they're technically not having sex. There's just a guy there jumping on the bed.
They hire a shaker.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. That is, I mean, I do wish that was how sex was. That the idealized version of sex for me is like not having
work.
Yeah, not having to move at all.
I bet you can hire a shaker like in real life, like without even having to be Mormon.
Yeah, dude. When the podcast takes off, that's what I'm doing for sure. Is I'm
hiring a couple shakers.
Yeah, I'm buying a house for me and my wife, and then we're gonna have an like on call guy to come jump on the bed so that neither one of us have to move during sex.
Come on down to the soak lab, you know?
Yeah, we're going to the soak lab.
Just get one of those beds. There's those beds. Don't they have those beds? That
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm gonna buy a magic hands
I
bed.
think God
from
would
the
Yeah,
count
Marvel.
that
yeah.
though as sex.
Do what?
remember water beds, dude?
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
we talked about that.
What the fuck?
my uncle had a water bed when I was a kid. He had it in his guest room. So anytime I went over to my uncle's house, I had to sleep on a water bed.
If you ever want to,
And-
if
My
you don't
uncle
have
had a
one,
water
you want
bed,
to
too.
develop, yeah, if you want to develop a bedwetting problem, get a water bed.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Those were like the primo. Like if you had money, you bought a water bed.
I
Back
don't
Or, like,
I don't
you,
even
you like splurged on a water bed. Like what?
Yeah,
Nobody
I don't
has those
know.
anymore.
I don't even know what the idea was supposed to be. Like, was it good for your? Was the selling point that's like good for your back or something?
That was the selling point. Yeah, was that it's much better than sleeping on springs, you know, because it's
But
water,
like
it's fluid.
fucking on a water bed. like what's going on?
Hey, babe, it's the motion of the ocean. That's the expression. So
Yeah, it has nothing to do with me. Okay, it's the
but
motion of
those
the
things
ocean.
those things were such a liability because I mean, people's homes would get flooded if the waterbed got popped. It's so much water in there, and so if it springs a leak, and you know, just
My brother
throughout,
and I slept on a waterbed, like when we would go to my grandma's.
yeah,
Grandma
was it
had one
fun?
too.
No, I remember thinking it would be fun. It was really uncomfortable.
It's not, especially if you're fat. It's not fun because it's hard enough to get in and out of a bed as a fat guy, and then a waterbed
Yeah.
adds a whole
Gotta
extra
get a
challenge.
firm mattress. I love a firm mattress.
I need the
Yeah.
not a
firmest.
soft mattress. I'm a firm
No, I need
mattress
it to
girl.
basically have no give when I get on it.
Yeah, I do prefer a firm mattress.
It needs to be like the floor.
Yeah, fuck that Tempur-Pedic bullshit.
Dude, that is the
Mine's
worst.
Tempur-Pedic, but it's like when they first my mattress. I probably should get a new one. It's probably like 10 years old or 11 or 12. I don't even know, but it's when they first came out with that certain firm Tempur-Pedic. So it's like, you know, those commercials where they put a wine glass and they're jumping on the bed.
Oh yeah.
It's like one of those. So it's pretty good.
I
It's
hate
held
that
up,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
I hate the feeling of sinking into the bed.
It doesn't really sink. It's just like a little, it just, I
You
don't know,
know-
but now they have those beds where you can customize the sides of it for what the person sleeps.
Yeah, it's for couples that
Whatever.
don't fuck anymore.
The sleep number. Yeah. Yeah, that's really what the sleep number is for. Is do you hate
If
your
you're
wife?
just done having sex in your marriage,
Do
then
you and your
get-
wife hate each
Separate
other?
beds.
Yeah, it's the halfway point between just sleeping in separate rooms.
Oh man.
It's like those marriages where it's like it's not even an I Love Lucy marriage where it's separate beds. They actually just sleep in separate bedrooms. But they
God,
stay
I
together.
literally,
But they stay together because they're codependent.
I've seen that before, man. My mom's friend for years. You know,
Yeah.
she slept in separate, and I didn't understand why. Then her son graduated high school, and she's like, "Yeah, we're getting a divorce." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
because
You
they
should wait until the
they
kid-
want to wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be less damaging.
There's a lot of people
Mhm.
though who are, a lot of people just stay together because they're more comfortable being miserable with each other than
Yes.
being happy alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And I would never, do
Well,
that.
life's kind of silly.
I've been alone for a long time. So if I'm dating if I get together with someone, they start giving me too much lip, it's over. I will go, hey, sister.
Jarvis,
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, hold on, Jarvis.
strike my wife.
Yeah. Divorce my wife for me.
You got to
please.
make Jarvis louder, bro.
Yeah, I gotta get a better clip. But
I'm the same way. I've been alone for a while and I'm like, I don't want anybody living in my house.
yeah.
Oh, who was
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Oh yeah. There was somebody with you. Who was
there
that?
was a gentleman.
there
I
was
believe.
a person with me.
Oh.
Was that a suitor?
That is it.
Was that your
That is
landlord
a-
coming
that
by
is
for
a
the extra
friend.
rent?
My landlord's actually gay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No, that was just a
They're
friend,
buying
and
houses now?
So I stream on Twitch. I forgot to mention I stream on Twitch and I game on Twitch. So I have
Okay.
this whole setup. That's why I have all this shit. It's
Nice.
Scarlet Monroe XOXO on Twitch.
Oh,
and
you game
he's
on? How does that going for you?
It's going pretty good. I'm not super consistent. Like sometimes I'll do like 3 times a week, 2 hours a night, and then sometimes I'll do like one night where I do like 3 hours. But like lately, I've been busy starting this new job, but I got other shit going on.
Yeah.
So, but I have the whole setup. Like my friend
thought
that
about
was
doing it.
here, he came with me and we went to this computer store. It's like I call it the nerd store. but I forget what it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. And we bought 2 monitors. I bought everything. I had nothing. And he like actually built me a custom made desk.
God, I wish I was a chick so bad.
And like he set me
Life
all
on
up, dude.
easy
I've got
mode.
the camera. I know, but I paid for it all.
Yeah, but nobody helps me do anything. People
Dude,
don't
when
even
you're-
help me in the store. Like I gotta flag down employees.
Yeah, life as a
I
man
wish
is.
that I knew how to do more shit because I do. I can't. I just gotta go on YouTube and learn it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just.
Imagine like life as a man, like being a man. You have to figure out how to do something as a
Right.
man. You had like me
You're
and
right.
Sal through just due to like survival, the necessity of survival. We had to figure out how to be funny. We had to like
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
it wasn't like, oh, we're just having fun and we're not like we're funny guys. It was like, oh, this world will not accept us if we don't bring something to the table.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
That's
I hate
true. It's
that.
true. It's true. That's why women don't have to be funny. You know,
It's cool when they are though.
it's cool when they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice little bonus. But I'll praise and worship and serve a woman who is, you know, humorless. As long
People
as long
suck
as
some
she's
toes.
yeah, as long as she lets me look at her feet and or
Are
you know
you a
whatever.
feet guy?
Yeah, we do
guy?
this segment where I guess shoe sizes.
Yeah,
Oh, without seeing my feet right now, you could guess them. You could guess it.
You're an 8.5.
Nope.
Damn it.
damn yeah. So maybe he's not there yet. He still has to.
I got it.
them.
Maybe I gotta see the foot.
Do you want me to tell you how tall I am? Will that help?
Yeah.
I'm like 5'6.5".
Oh
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, shoes. Okay, so you're a 7.
7.
Nope.
Well, yeah,
7.5.
8.
8.
Whoa, you got
Oh,
Peggy?
9.
You have Peggy Hill
9.
feet?
Oh, I was
9.
closer
I'm size
the first
9.
time.
Size 9. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm size 12 wide. I have to wear a New Balance.
I used to have to wear wide, but they just make like there's certain Nikes I can't really wear. But
I can't wear it. There's not a single pair of
yeah.
Nikes I can wear. My feet are
fucking
very
narrow.
yeah, my feet are very misshapen. So I was like, the only brand that works for me is New Balance, and even then, it still hurts. So
New Balance don't fit my feet right. I don't know what the fuck it is, but
yeah, it's a shoe for dudes with bad feet. I
New
guess.
Balance.
I guess
Oh, like
so.
the dad. Well, New Balances are like the shit right now. New Balances are like what everybody, all the
Jack Harlow.
trendy girls are wearing.
Oh, is
Jack
it?
Harlow
Oh,
signed a deal.
is it going like the same way that like Champion used to just be a cheap
Champion is like some good shit now.
Yeah, Champion just used to be like cheap shit you'd buy at Kohl's, and now
It's crazy.
a brand that people really like. It's like popular.
Yeah, Puma had that going for a little bit, and now it's done.
Yeah.
I watched that movie about the history of Nike. It was really good with
Oh,
Matt
the
Damon
Ben
and
Affleck?
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was a
With
fun
Michael
little romp.
Jordan.
Yeah,
I
that was
okay.
watched Did you guys see the Iron Claw yet?
I've not.
You're not okay. We can't discuss it then.
It's the Von
We
Erich.
just watched it last night or the night before.
Is it good?
It's good, but they left out an entire brother of the movie.
I heard that.
Huh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was
Yeah.
good. It was good. It was good.
I'll check it out.
I just can't believe that I never heard about that family before. Like,
Can y'all hear my daughter pounding on the door?
No.
Good.
Oh, you have a
Mm.
daughter?
I have 2, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why Sal's life is miserable.
Yep.
He's burdened by patriarchal duties. See, I don't have anybody. I'm not responsible for anybody. I'm not even really responsible for myself. I can't take care of myself. I'm bad at it.
I have a dog somewhere that earlier she chewed up a glass thing of lip gloss and a crayon. I was like, what? She was like chewing on glass.
That was a very Boston
She's
pronunciation.
Retarded.
Dogs can do that though without cutting themselves. Like their jowls, like they can just like munch on glass and be like, yeah, see if there's any food around this glass.
It
Yeah.
was like my Dior, like my most expensive lip gloss I've ever bought in my life. And she's munching on it. And I'm like,
Oh man.
and then she took a shit in this room I'm like, what is
Oh, that's a
wrong
bad
with you
dog.
today? What is
That's a
wrong?
bad
She doesn't
dog.
usually do this shit. Like, what is wrong with you today? Now
But
she doesn't
I bet
matter. So
I bet she looks glamorous now.
let me go find her.
I bet
go
she's
find
looking very fresh. Well, folks, will promote the Patreon while Scarlet's away. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. That's where you'll get access to all the premium episodes and bonus content on the network. And here's the dog. Oh,
Oh,
look at that dog.
what a bad dog.
Yeah.
Did you take a shit under the computer desk? Yeah. You did.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name's Karma.
Jesus.
Oh, Karma RX, that porn star.
That I was
Karma.
gonna say that is the
The stripperiest
a
sex
stripper
work
dog name if I ever heard
I know.
of.
I tweeted that once. I was like, you know, she's in sex work, or you know, she's a stripper. If her dog's name is fucking Karma.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah,
So you have any kids?
she farts a lot.
Look,
she's
you know what
really
say. Sex work is work. You know.
Oh, it totally is. It totally is.
Yeah.
Sex work is real work, and I love how people are like I understand like the argument for life on easy mode, but like internet brain rot is not life on easy mode. And it's like I got like from going to no social media to every social media, and if I don't stay consistent, it's like my brain is
Yeah. Oh, I am like fundamentally retarded because like from the internet. I used to be smart. I used to read books and actually try to like be scholarly, and now I'm completely brain dead. I don't have a single good idea anymore. I'm not as sharp
That's
as I used to be. Yeah, I just have total brain rot. I'm
insane.
aware of too many online things. Nobody should know who Ian Miles Chong is. Like honestly,
I don't know who that
Speaking of
is.
online things, what the fuck's
exactly.
going on with crack?
Craig?
This is a stunt, right?
Like the
No,
drug?
he
Oh,
just
crack amigo.
he's I guess he's had to come to Jesus when he realized he was just filling his heart with too much hate and
Are you kidding me?
no. And so he's seen the error of his ways and is now and appreciates what Bert
You see,
Kreischer.
all of his comments are like, "This is so disappointing." Like, I mean, I don't know how many fans he has. He's probably has more than me, but like,
Folks,
I
if you
think he
go to the
might lose them.
Patreon, and she's gone again, so I'm going to do more Patreon
I was
plugs.
going to plug my phone in, but go ahead.
No, it's all
No,
right.
go ahead.
25. We got a $5 tier,
Plug it.
$10 tier, $15 tier. The $25 tier gets you the Fraternal Order of Corn Fed decal after 3 months of being subscribed. So it's
Aren't we supposed to kiss if someone gets the $25 tier?
yeah, we do have to kiss them on the lips. I think that might actually be the $15 tier and above is a kiss on the lips.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have to kiss them on the lips, and then the $25 tier gets the decal after 3 months of being subscribed. But you also, when you get the decal, you can come on the show. That's sweet, sweetens the pot. And if you want, when you subscribe to that tier, you can send me a list of your enemies.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'll call for a jihad upon them on the show. I need more $25 subscribers because the ones that have subscribed at first, they've gotten the decal, they come on the show, and I tell people once you have the decal, feel free to downgrade. There's no reason to keep paying $25 a month. And so the Patreon is kind of taking a hit because of that. But I
Maybe stop telling people that.
no, I don't want people to pay for something they're not like.
We got to provide something more than for those people.
If they've gotten the value that they're going to get, and there's no further value in what they're paying for, feel free to downgrade. And then the honesty and transparency of what we do here at the network will incentivize others to subscribe. Being
Fair enough.
being honorable podcasters.
Yeah.
So
What do you guys have for dinner?
Okay, good question.
Yet.
Yeah, I haven't had dinner yet, but I had a fried bologna sandwich for lunch.
I also had a deli meat sandwich for lunch.
Yeah. I had a fried bologna sandwich, and then I had some Zaps.
Yeah, it wasn't bologna, but
some Zaps voodoo chips.
Oh my god, I ate those when I was in Texas.
Yeah, they're great.
Those are fire.
Zaps are good.
Yeah, those
I'm
are
doing
very
Yeah.
keto right now, so I don't know. After this, I'll probably have like like hot dog or something.
And then I had 4 Pop-Tarts and had a
My
pretty bad sugar
goodness.
What
crash.
flavor?
1 pack, so there's 2 in a pack, so 2 blueberry and then 2 brown sugar cinnamon.
Brown sugar is the shit.
Those are very good, yeah.
Did you do that so that you weren't like heavily like cutting into one flavor? So you like, I'll spread it out so that people
Yeah.
aren't like, what the fuck the next day?
Yeah, I wanted 1 fruit flavor and 1
Dessert.
yeah, like a confection flavor, I guess. Yeah, they were good, dude. I love Pop-Tarts. I mean, like Jerry Seinfeld is like correct in that Pop-Tarts are awesome. Pop-Tarts are
Yeah.
really good. It's just he had a bad idea for a movie. He made a bad movie about them. But
What
I
was the
saw
movie?
that. I didn't see the movie, but I saw the
it just
preview
it
of the
just came out on
shorts.
Netflix. It's called
What?
Unfrosted. So it's in
The
the
fuck?
same vein. It's in the same vein as like the Nike movie Scarlet mentioned, or like the biopic origin story of just a consumer product. In this movie is the origin of Pop Tarts, which is
Oh,
like
because they
some,
used to not be frosted.
yeah, it's like some weird autistic obsession that Seinfeld has. Like he loves Pop Tarts and the history of them. He's done like he's got like a whole chunk in his stand up about Pop Tarts that
I
he had
actually
for years.
prefer the off-brand value Toastums.
You prefer Toastums?
I prefer Toastums to Pop Tarts.
Yeah, but he made this. It looks the reviews are coming out now. They're saying this might be the worst movie of the decade. Which I mean,
Wow.
we're only 4 years into the decade, so I think really what people are saying is this is the worst movie of the 21st century. Probably it looks really bad.
That's crazy. The fact that, man,
And Seinfeld's
To
a guy.
to Seinfeld, that's like his passion project.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like this, and then years ago, B movie. So like
oh,
the
B
projects
movie was
that
weird.
yeah the projects that he's taken on that he's developed that are his like post Seinfeld. I can do whatever I want. I have a blank check to do whatever I want. Have been
It's just been shit.
B movie and the Pop Tarts origin story. True.
What would you do?
If I just done Seinfeld and I have a
But
billion,
you're also in this scenario, you are Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm I'm like exactly like Jerry
You're
Seinfeld.
him and you just finished Seinfeld. What would you do?
Well, if I'm just Jerry Seinfeld, I guess I do the same thing because I'm Jerry Seinfeld. But if I'm Jerry Seinfeld, but I'm still me somehow.
Yeah.
I'm probably just done working. I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to work. If I just did 9 seasons of the most popular show that's ever existed, and I'm gonna get paid, $1 billion a year every year until I'm dead because of the syndication reruns and licensing deals from the show, then I'm probably just not working anymore.
Was there any spinoffs from that? Elaine, right? Elaine had a show.
No, there were no Seinfeld
Yeah,
spinoffs.
there was a
No,
spinoff that was like really unsuccessful.
no. Julia Louis-Dreyfus did have a successful show on HBO called Veep, but that was unrelated to Seinfeld.
Buddy, I'll find it.
Seinfeld didn't have they were Larry David. I think they were protective of it. I think Jerry and Larry were protective of the show because they made the decision to end the show. They didn't get canceled. The ratings weren't slipping. It was the most popular show of all time when it ended.
And I liked the finale. A lot of people don't. I mean, it's pretty
Right.
funny. They went to jail.
Yeah, the finale's funny,
It's
but
like a
they ended
Seinfeld
it. They
thing.
ended it on their terms. They could have kept going, and they could have spun it off into a number of different projects or like whatever they want to
Friends
do.
too. They were at a height when they stopped.
Were they?
Dude, I remember people talking about the finale like it was a big deal, like it was Sopranos or something.
Oh, I didn't really watch Friends.
Me
Scarlett, did you watch
neither.
Friends?
No,
You didn't watch
not
Seinfeld
Seinfeld
either.
either.
Okay.
I watched a little bit of Seinfeld, but my thing is like, I fucking hate laugh tracks, dude.
Seinfeld was live. It was an
No,
actual
not
studio.
Seinfeld. Not but Friends.
Yeah, like
I
Big
think
Bang
Friends
Theory.
was anything that is a laugh track.
Because
Fucking
Larry David has said in interviews that the audience reaction to Kramer was so like eruptive. Like anytime he walked into the room, the audience would not like stop applauding and hooting and hollering. That eventually they had to start telling the audience like, "Please calm down, so we can actually film the show."
I never
It's like,
watched Kramer either.
well, Kramer's a character in Seinfeld.
Oh, not Kramer. I'm thinking of
Frasier.
Frasier.
Oh,
That's what I'm
Frasier.
thinking. Yeah.
How wildly different would that show be with
I like
Kramer?
George. George was my favorite.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves George.
On-
George is based. George is based
Larry
on
David.
Larry David. Yeah.
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 George was the shit.
Yes, because that's the joke in Curb is that when they're doing the Seinfeld reunion, and a character says to Larry that they always thought George was like obnoxious or whatever, Larry gets like deeply offended by it.
Oh my God! Did you ever see the bad lip reading or not the bad lip reading? The what's that? Not is it Jimmy Kimmel? The bad mean tweets.
Mean tweets, yeah.
The Larry David mean tweet is fucking hilarious. He can't get through it. He just doesn't stop laughing. He had to do all these different takes. And they show them all. It's fucking hilarious. He's trying to read like the mean shit that people are saying about him. He can't stop. It's like
the way he laughs is he laughs like a ventriloquist dummy.
And it's contagious.
Have you ever seen the way his mouth moves when he laughs is like his jaw is like
That's crazy.
You guys gotta watch that. Oh my God, mean tweets.
I try not to support Jimmy Kimmel in any way, but I'll check that out.
I mean, it was old. It's a long time ago he made it. I don't really know shit about Jimmy Kimmel. I just know I do like there is some funny mean tweets.
Jimmy Kimmel used to be very funny. Kimmel was
the mean tweets like the long time ago. I don't know if he does it anymore. But
yeah, I don't. He maybe. Well, I feel like mean tweets is like started when he was on his decline because he was the co-host of the Man Show. So
yeah.
for guys like mine and Sal's age, that was a big deal. We loved Kimmel and Corolla and the Juggies, big titty women on Comedy Central.
Oh yeah. I remember the Man Show.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was funny, and then when he started doing a late night talk show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, it was good, I guess. And then just as the years have gone on, and he's become more...
I was a Conan fan.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, Conan was always the best. Conan was he's still the best. Sal, what are you looking at?
Drake just dropped.
Oh, who cares? I don't care about fucking millionaires fighting with each other.
Everyone's talking about that.
Yeah, why? I
mean,
why
are you hip hop fan? Like, you really into rap?
I don't listen to black people music.
I love Kendrick.
I wouldn't. Oh, well, I mean, you should get involved with this.
I love Kendrick. I mean, you should get involved.
Come support your mans. Say what?
If you want traction, you got to keep on trend, which is stupid, but
yeah, but why are these guys have succeeded beyond measure? Like
why should there be any war in the world?
Well, yeah, why are they so sensitive? Like, what? It's just not interesting to me at all because it's like, just go back into your fucking mansions and shut up. Like, stop being little bitches about it. Like, you won. Both of you won. Just either be friends or just be amicable, but like there's no reason to be whiny toward each other about it.
They're not whiny.
This feels like this feels like an op. This feels like a psyop. It feels like
it's been building for a long time, bro.
It feels like we were being exploited, and
this goes all the way back to a verse on a Big Sean song from like 10 years ago.
They're in on this together. They're working together. They're actually colleagues. And they're drumming up all this. I
mean, Kendrick is he's like talking shit about his family and like writing a song.
Oh, Drake started
his son and shit. I'm like, what?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of.
But I love Kendrick. I fully support him. I always thought Drake was a clown. So.
Yeah, Drake is a clown. He's a pedophile, and probably closet homosexual.
And this shit needs to come out, like.
Yeah, I mean, and that's on the last Kendrick disc. He put the neighborhood watch, whatever what's the pedophile app where you can see all the sex offenders?
Oh,
I don't know what it's called, but
he posted a picture of Drake's house aerial and then put like the little dot like all over his house, like 6 little dots.
Damn.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty deep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Pretty fucking deep.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there.
Almost like Tupac Biggie almost.
I mean,
That-
I've said before, if I see Drake, it's on site. We're fighting. You know, I'll attack Drake over my fandom for Kendrick Lamar.
It
I
does
did
seem
not
like
see. I wish I saw the Drake dick pic. I never saw that.
Oh, he has a beautiful penis.
What was he doing with it?
It was flaccid.
What,
He was
what
like in a hotel bathroom, like coming
and
out
he
of the
just
shower
took
or
a
something.
picture of his dick flaccid and sent
Somebody
it to
took that. I mean, unless he set up a camera and like ran around and like I don't know, someone took a picture of him,
That had to be a stunt as well.
like a girl or someone. I mean, he don't care. Man's got a beautiful penis, and everybody knows now.
it does
I
seem
always
like it
wondered,
got
yeah.
it got swept under
You
the
always wondered
rug.
about Drake's penis?
Well, I always wonder why no one ever talks about celebrity dick size.
Yeah, me too. Like you'd
It's-
think
You
that it
know?
would get out with everybody.
Like, I wonder, I feel like Brad Pitt might be small.
Yeah, women.
No.
It does seem like celebrity
He's huge.
women. Celebrity women. It does seem like women who are celebrities are under a lot of scrutiny in regards
Over their
to
bodies.
over their body.
Yeah.
Like for weeks,
But
there
not-
was like people were talking about Sydney Sweeney's tits for just
Yeah.
like it felt like months.
Well, you know,
But-
Leo has girls sign like a thing, like before they have sex, a non-disclosure,
A non-disclosure.
a non-disclosure agreement, basically.
Okay. Yeah, and it feels like the only time that people talk about dude celebrities' dicks is if there's like a like a paparazzi photo or like something comes out where you can see their penis. Like the John Hamm picture where you can see the outline of his cock through his khakis.
Oh, he's
That
got a big
fucking
one,
ham.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So it has to
He's
be
got a ham hock.
Oh
yeah, ham
yeah.
hock. Oh yeah.
John Hamlock.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. We should objectify male celebrities more, for sure.
You
I
only
would.
hear when they have a big one. Like everyone says Pete Davidson has a big dick. You know what I
Okay,
mean? You only
Jude
hear when
Law
there's
has a
big one. What
little
about
one.
a small one?
Jude Law, he got called out for having a small one. The guy from Hustle and Flow, what's his name? The black guy.
Terrence
Terrence Howard.
He's got a baby dick. He got
I've heard he
called out
has a
for that.
micro.
Micro, yeah. Who else? has a
Remember
little
when he
dick?
was like, remember when he was in that movie where he was like, whoop that trick, whoop that trick.
Yeah. And then everyone found out he had a little dick.
Yeah, he has
Who
a small
else?
penis.
Jude Law, that guy. I feel like you're right. It's really not that.
I
much
bet
of a
Paul
thing.
I
Giamatti
feel like
has a big
anybody
cock.
that's British has a small dick, it seems.
You think
It's,
Hugh Grant has a small penis?
I don't know, man. The way that they talk, just they sound like I wonder what they call their penises.
Paul Giamatti.
Oh, I love Paul Giamatti. Isn't he Italian? Is he
Yeah.
Italian?
Yeah.
He's the
nerdest
Paul
Italian
Giamatti's
dude.
got a hammer. I bet he's got a big
Dude,
dick.
oh yeah.
This is my impression of Paul Giamatti measuring his penis. All right, okay, what are we doing here? Centimeters or inches?
I absolutely love him. I love
Yeah, he's
everything he's ever been in. I hands down, I ride or die for Paul
Oh, yeah.
Giamatti.
Everybody-
Also,
Yeah, Love Paul
when
Giamatti.
that
Everybody
the one
loves
that
Giamatti.
Philip Seymour Hoffman too, even though he's dead.
Yeah.
I absolutely he played the most uncomfortable fucking roles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good. And they're
he
both
was great.
theater. I think they're theater actors. Oh, theater actors that get before they go to the big screen are usually the best actors.
Actually,
that are like-
Philip Seymour Hoffman is where I'm from in New York. He's from Rochester.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played some fucked up movies, man. But he was
Rain Man.
Yeah, a long
Let
Jane
it rain.
Polly. His most twisted role. The one that Jack Black wouldn't do. So
he
they
played in a movie that my boyfriend in high school took me to see, and I was forever scarred by it. And
was
I
it
don't
the
remember
one
what
where
it
he
was
jacks off?
called.
The one where he calls people and jacks off?
Yes, that movie
Happiness.
was fucked. Happiness. That movie was fucked up. And then when he played, I loved when him and Joaquin were in the religious movie,
The Master,
about
yeah.
Scientology. That
Oh,
was
I gotta
really-
see that. Was that good?
Joaquin
Yeah, it's-
fucks a beach. He digs a hole in the sand and he gets back from the service and he's I don't know, maybe he's real horny and he digs a hole in the sand and fucks it in the movie.
Yeah, he's like fingering the sand. And
I can tell you that doesn't feel good. So someone that's been to nude beaches, that doesn't feel good on your penis hole.
sand,
Yeah,
getting
dude.
sand in your pee hole.
Yeah.
Dude, I've gotten like soap in my pee hole, and I just that hurts.
I went for a walk on the beach the other day and somehow, and I had pants on and I somehow had sand in my underwear.
Dude, yeah, the beach is
I mean,
How
aggressive.
the fuck did that?
a lot of people may not know that. I mean, there's a lot of sand on the beach, so you
Like,
could.
how did I had pants, like leggings.
Yeah,
and
no, sand is
socks
aggressive.
Do y'all like the beach? Because that's like
I
the
love the
main
beach.
reason I hate the beach is the sand.
I love the
not
beach.
So the
really.
beach itself is why I hate the beach.
No, the
I'm
beach
like
is
an
cool, man.
SPF 1000 umbrella.
Oh yeah.
Fucking,
I hate getting a sunburn is a nightmare, and
I don't
when
really
you
like
go to
going in the
beach,
water too
everyone's
much.
right next to each other. It's like,
yeah.
Dude, I
like
like
you're
the beach.
alone on the beach. You're the first person on the beach. Next person comes up, they go
You know-
right next to you.
Yeah, you know what's a better option?
Yeah.
Water park.
It's like, what?
No, water parks are fucking disgusting.
Water parks are awesome.
Stepping on a Band-Aid 24/7.
Worth it. I don't care.
Communal
ringworm.
bath water. You
Water
think they're
parks are-
pumping in fresh water to that water slide?
Who cares? It's fun.
It's not fun, and they all
I like the
smell.
wave things in the water
They
park.
all
Yeah, the
smell.
wave pool.
Yeah.
That's
And I
fun.
last time I went to a water park, I must have stepped on 3 Band-Aids.
Oof.
They're disgusting.
Well, you
I have
should-
one right near my house.
You need to be
I do.
wearing sandals or something. Like, why are you
No,
walking?
just go to the
Sal,
beach.
that's on you for walking around barefoot at a water park.
Just go to the beach.
I mean, yeah, I guess but I mean, you should have footwear.
I'll take a theme park over both, actually.
Okay, fair. You know what? We can agree on that. I'd rather go to Six Flags.
I'll take a day at Six Flags over the beach or a water park.
Yeah, Six Flags is awesome.
Eat some food, ride some rides,
Yeah,
see a little music, maybe.
yeah,
Go
yeah. I
over to
agree.
Jexa.
Amusement parks are very nice.
Yeah.
Is there a Six Flags in Boston? Is there a Six Flags?
There's one, I think about 2 to 3 hours away from me. I have not been. I am deathly afraid of heights and I don't do roller coasters and I'm not an adrenaline person at all. I'm like a chill, like the adrenaline pumping makes me feel like
I
I
just
have a
don't
heart
like
attack.
spinning.
Yeah, you probably got enough of that in your drug years.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
You got enough thrills. So what happened
Yeah.
there? So when did you start using?
So
Don't say it like that.
well, I tell my story all the time. I went to an AA meeting right before I came on here. I go all the time. I'm a very active member of AA. I did
Hey, you know what? Keep
drinking
coming
and
back.
smoking weed. Yeah. Drinking, smoking weed when I was a kid, or like teenager, and then it just progressed. And I never did anything normal. Like I always just did it to the extent I was blacked out. I got DUIs, I did all that shit. And then I started getting prescription opiates because I had kidney stones, and then I had them it was before like the opioid crisis thing where they stopped giving pills to everybody in hospitals. I was still on the wave of getting pills still. So
Nice.
I ended up getting prescriptions, and then I got addicted to the prescriptions. And then along the way, I switched from pills to heroin. It was cheaper. And then I would do, I was a big, what's it called? When you're high and low, speedballer.
Speedballs.
Speedballer. I was a speedball girl. I was never okay. I always need to be up more, down more, up more.
That's
down
also
more.
what's called when you come fast. You had speedballs. I
yeah.
have speedballs every now and then.
I ended up basically losing everything. I was like homeless, everything. It was just terrible, terrible, terrible. I wanted to die every day, and I didn't die, and I'm glad I didn't.
You were homeless as a woman?
Oh yeah, I was living at a hotel. I was washing my stripper clothes in like a rusty ass bathtub, like going into hotels and like shitty like places outside Boston. Like there's a few like really shitty rundown like towns outside Boston. And yeah, I was dancing and I was spending every single penny I fucking had, because your habit gets worse as you get more, accustomed to the.
I hope nobody was
You have to
tipping
take more
pennies.
and more and more.
Right.
So
wait, but you were never like sleeping on the streets.
I was never sleeping on the street. I was sleeping in my car. I was in hotel rooms, other people's places,
You ever see a
trap
homeless chick
houses,
that look like
crack
that?
houses.
Would you say so?
Homeless women are usually ugly.
I mean, I was real thin. I still brushed my teeth. I still, my
Nobody was letting you spend a night on the streets.
That's
I
I mean
didn't
that's
have-
kind of what I
I-
was getting at was
That's what happens. I'm
a wo-
telling you.
like a woman.
I didn't
a
have
woman-
it. Well, I burned all my bridges. I didn't have any friends. I had no family. I didn't have anywhere to go.
You can make friends. You could find a guy who will let you.
Everybody, I was so low vibrational at that point. Anyone I was around was from the strip club, was stealing from me. I had a friend that was a friend. She would steal all my prescription because I was on benzos and stuff too. And people would just steal from me. I'd fall asleep. You know what I mean? Or whatever, because I'm on so many drugs. It just like shit like that kind of shady lifestyle, you know? And then I just pretty much
Gave it up to God.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
really?
For real.
Damn.
For real.
Is that
All
what
right.
is that what
Yeah.
that tattoo is between your breasts? That's the Jesus thing, right?
It's Sacred Heart. No, I just like it, and I just thought it would be a nice
Oh.
placement.
Because that's the thing. That's the
I've been
heart
trying to
that's
get my
on
wife
the.
to get.
That's
Someone's
the heart.
like, oh, you have 3 kids. I'm like, no, because there's 3 roses. But I'm like, no, I
Isn't
just
that the
like
heart
it.
that's on the Jesus candle, the Mexican Jesus candles?
Guadalupe or whatever?
Not the Lady Guadalupe, but the candles you buy at like a Mexican grocery store with Jesus on them. Is
Yeah,
that
it's like
like
a
the-
Latino thing, I
Yeah,
think. Which I like, which I'm into that culture. I think Latino women are so fucking hot with their dickies and their like fucking Carhartt hats. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I love
God.
big booty Latinas.
And they all
I'm
have these
married a
like
Latina.
single line, tattoos.
Yeah.
Single fine line tattoos. But yeah, I just honestly I had like a spiritual awakening, and which was like me in the shower, and I just started crying, and I was like, wow, I really want to live. But I had gone to detoxes, rehabs, mental hospitals, fucking everything.
Nice.
Just fucking got sober, and I just did it, man. I had a friend who got sober, and I reached out to him, and he was a good friend from a long time ago. We used to use together and stuff, and he got sober, and he was like, I'll take you to a meeting, and just started going to meetings and stuff. And
I've been to
Okay.
those. After I got out of rehab, my parents were like insistent that I did the meetings and stuff. And NAAA just wasn't really for me though.
I just had to completely change my brain chemistry over.
Yeah.
And that's what the steps in AA did for me, because I was a selfish, self-centered person. I didn't realize how like I was shitty without the drugs. You know what I
I
mean?
just couldn't
Like,
get over like the God part of it.
a lot of people are,
Yeah.
that's why there's a whole chapter that says agnostics and for
Yeah.
basically for atheists, because there's a lot of people that have a problem
I
with
read-
God.
I read
I'm
about-
not like God is a bearded white man, you know what I mean? Like, to me, like, I'm really into like spiritual
Well,
shit.
then
Like,
who
I
is
grew up-
this on the cover of my Bible?
I don't know. It's an
Who is that?
imposter.
That's a
It's-
great.
maybe it's
looking
the
Bible
man
cover.
who wrote the Bible.
Oh, most of the New Testament I think was
Timothy.
at least transcribed by the Apostle Paul, who was Saul, the persecutor of Christians.
Then he went blind
And then he was blinded for a few days. And
because God, he likes to just totally break people down, take away their vision.
that's what he did. That's what he did to all 3 of us, it sounds like.
Look at Job. You know what I mean? That was just over a bet.
Yeah, because I mean, sounds like all 3 of us to a certain degree have burned our lives to the ground and had to find God in some way.
Yeah, I mean, I know I did, but I'm like, some people don't call it God. Some people say the universe. There's people, Native Americans that are in recovery, call it this, or not just in recovery, but in general, they
This
call it
thing
like
of
the
ours.
spirit, great spirit.
Great spirit. Yeah, I mean something. Because I
The great
had
spirit.
I had a drug problem, and it wasn't opiates or anything, but I was like heavy into like pot
Benadryl.
and Benadryl, yeah. And honestly, yes, that's probably. But the one I have feel the most shame for is just taking like 15 Benadryl at a time. The number of times I did that, just like, what am I doing? I'm so desperate to
I've
get
done
high.
that.
Yeah, I'm so desperate to get high. I'm inducing delirium, which will probably like end up causing early onset dementia at some point. And it's not even an enjoyable experience as
I'm
a
an
high.
insomniac, so I have to take a medicine to sleep, or I will not sleep. I can't.
What do you
I
take?
don't nap.
Melatonin?
I don't nap. No, I take Seroquel, which is a
Wow.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
an antipsychotic. Yeah,
Yeah, I take.
was-
People take it during the day. That like it's you. If you're, I think it's bipolar.
yeah,
Because
because
I probably am a little bit.
yeah, I was prescribed it like 2 or 3 years ago like right before I went in the mental hospital, my psychiatrist at the time actually did prescribe me Seroquel, and it just
You
like
ever heard of Latuda?
yeah, Latuti's
Latuda
nuts.
Latada?
Latuda. I've taken Latuda. I've taken like cocktails of pills, like antidepressants, antipsychotics, like I've been on and off all of it, and now I don't do anything now except like Zins and Coke Zero. That's my poison
Yeah.
now.
That's because you found God.
I found God. Yeah, I got my Bible. I got my
I'm trying to
Bible here
stop
with me.
smoking weed every day.
Yeah, you gotta cut that out. But if
Dude,
I
I'm
mean,
telling you, I got really, so I had a friend pass away back in October, and she was like on life support. It was fucking terrible. She was homeless in Boston, and we were really tight back in the day.
Ugh.
And she ended up getting a blood infection, and she had to get brain surgery, heart surgery, all this shit. And she just had a stroke and went into a coma. So like she was super into yoga. So like she passed away, and I said goodbye to her in the hospital, and it was like really traumatic. And then I started going to yoga, hot yoga, and I started doing these like sound bath meditations. And
those
I'm
are
telling
nice.
you, I fucking am tripping when I sober.
I used to yeah, I
Really?
used to go to a
Oh,
yoga
yeah.
studio. It wasn't hot yoga, it was Kundalini.
Well, it's not hot yoga when we go.
What's Kundalini?
Kundalini is meditative yoga. So there's a guru, which is like a 60-year-old white woman at the front of the room leading the class. And the focus is more on meditation. And the idea is like she'll instruct you to do a position and you're holding the position for like 15 minutes is the idea.
That's hard.
Yeah, it was really difficult, but she would always say like, if you're struggling with this, because a lot of those yoga poses I can maybe hold for 30 seconds if I can even get into the pose, and then like after about a minute I'm just like shaking and buckling. But she would like the thing she would always say is like
Kundalini sounds like a made up word you'd call your kid's private parts. Like, do you wash your Kundalini?
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, but the emphasis was just on she was like, this is not an exercise class. This isn't to get fit. This is for your mind and soul. So she was like, if you're struggling with this and it's hurting or whatever, like just go back into easy pose and try and collect your thoughts, and then just do what you can. But then at the end of every session, we would do like a sound bath thing where everybody would lay down, and then she would play not the bowls, but she had this gong that she would play where she had the mallet and she would like rub the mallet on the gong and it would go.
And it goes through your body.
Yeah, and you can feel it. Like you are right that like if you embrace it and just lay there and listen to it, you do start like drifting off and like tripping almost. Like there were times. This sounds like woo-woo bullshit, Sal. I know Sal's checking out on this.
I love woo-woo bullshit, so I'm all for it.
This sounds like hokum. I know, but
like more like Hocum Pocus.
Hokum, yeah, hokum pokum. But there were times that I would leave that yoga studio feeling like I had just like tripped on it, like in the afterglow of acid. Like I would have that feeling where I'm like, man, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
I never could actually do the yoga, but that sound bath was nice.
The one that I've been doing, the lady, like she's like amazing. She was a bodybuilder and she turned into yoga, and she like goes to Peru and takes cactus and does all this crazy shit. She's like a medicine woman. And so I started taking her yoga class and doing her sound baths, and she doesn't just like do one thing. She's handmade a bunch of her instruments out of like deer skin and like named them all. And she sings and she does drumming and rain things and sound bowls and chimes and all types of shit. She has you like write down a piece of paper, like something you want to let go of. And it's insane. It's like 2 hours long. And you drink cacao before you do it. So cacao is like a sacred chocolate that like opens you up. It's supposed to open up your heart. So like the last 2 times I completely went.
I think it's slowing mine and Sal's hearts. I think we're eating too much of it.
I've been having a little too much cacao.
Yeah, I think we're having too much cacao.
But dude, like as a sober person, it's probably like the meditation. I know I have a friend who has Tourette's and he's been meditating like his whole life. And he says that, and he used to be like a deadhead and do LSD and all this shit. He's been sober a while, and he said he's never tripped as hard as he ever has just from meditation.
It's
Like,
like sounds like something shitty you'd yell out a window at a fat person.
Cacao.
Cacao.
I've heard people say that they through meditation can have these like psychedelic experiences. I mean, I've come close. I mean, I've certainly felt something like what you're describing.
Probably easier to have a hands-free orgasm than to trip with no drugs.
I would love to have.
Well,
a
there's
hands-free.
that thing with Timothy Leary, and Ram Dass that go out to some
Coming with no
jungle
hands.
and find some guy, and he's never done an acid or anything. He's just very enlightened.
Oh yeah, and they
and
give him
an acid tab, and
Not
they
even
give
one
him
acid?
a shitload of acid, and he doesn't even trip because he's already there mentally. It was
Wow.
like a real thing that happened. He didn't. They gave him like 20 hits of acid or some shit in the
That seems
70s.
very
He didn't even
irresponsible.
fucking trip.
Because that could have gone.
I
That could
know.
have gone
Some
very
bunk acid.
poorly.
Yeah, really bad.
Yeah, that could have gone sideways real easy. Because it is somebody who's lost their mind on acid and had to be
Yeah.
hospitalized for it. They could have just ended up killing a guy. So they got lucky that they found whoever, I don't know, some Indian or whatever this guru was that could handle it.
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy. Have you ever taken a drug and thought it was one thing and it ended up being another thing
Yes.
that you didn't expect?
no,
Yeah, I took what I thought was a hydrocodone, but it was Suboxone. And
Oh God, did you throw up for
I
hours?
threw up the whole night, and I
Mhm.
was really messed up. Yeah. And they were like, "Put this under your tongue, let it dissolve." And I'm
Oh,
like,
it's
"This
so
is the
bad.
weirdest shaped hydrocodone I've ever seen."
Yeah, that shit's terrible.
yeah, I've
But
never.
yeah, I thought I was taking ecstasy, and it was candy flip, so it was ecstasy laced with acid, and I tripped for
Oh,
2 days straight.
Jesus,
I was like, "Why I was not expecting this?"
dude, the
I
thing,
got I rolled so hard on my 19th birthday that I was still high when I came home, and I got into bed with my parents.
there's a monster in my closet. I had a nightmare. Can I sleep with you guys?
You know, and it's your birthday, so like they're nice to you. They're like, "Oh, happy birthday!" Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" I just crawled into bed.
Oh,
Then that
man.
day they
Like,
took
"Hey
me out to steak.
guys."
They took me to steak dinner, and I was so like hungover I couldn't even eat anything. They're like,
Dude.
"Sal, you're not gonna eat?" And I was like,
Dude, there was that night
Oh,
me
God.
and Kevin did a bunch of drugs over at Brett's house. It was the night of the election, 2016. So we were watching Trump win the presidency.
nice."
And so we were excited that America was about to be made great again. And we had done like we're smoking a ton of weed and then also took some acid and mushrooms, and we're just like we were so fucking high, dude. We were tripping our balls
What
off.
did Trump look like?
I mean,
what did he look like?
everything just looked like a very cartoonish. I mean, it's sober, it looks cartoonish. Just like the visage of Trump, of all these people. Honestly, they all look like fucking Dick Tracy villains. But
It's hard to describe though how acid makes you like perceive things.
You know
yeah,
what's weird is earlier in this meeting tonight, this is going to sound really strange. I didn't, but I was looking around at all the people and all their heads, and I was just like looking at everybody's like shape of their heads, and I was like, damn, like human heads are weird. I was like, we all have one.
That's true. I've always said humans should be just humans should just be
Jesus.
torsos. I've always
They
said the
should
head.
It doesn't make sense.
The human head looks weird, and we should just be torsos.
It was just like round head after round head. I was like, it was like I tore the veil of like some sort of dimension.
You're telling me if this thing on my body that only weighs a few pounds, if that gets cut off, I'm dead? That's
I'm
crazy.
like holding it up all the time.
Yeah, I have to hold it up. I have to support it. It's insane. Why can't I just be a big torso?
That's why my neck's all fucked up, that I hold this fucking big ass head.
Yeah, but
but can you imagine having to spin around to look behind you? You know,
Like
it'd be
birds.
ridiculous.
Birds are like that. They move their whole body.
Yeah, owls.
It'd be
owls
so
do.
easy to sneak up on people.
Oh, owls, don't they like turn their head all the way around?
Yeah, they turn
They
it all
can.
the way around. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
If they need to.
But we gotten really high. We were tripping hard, and then at one point I don't know why, but Kevin was like, "We have to go back. We have to go home because we were living together at the time. So we got to get back to the apartment." And I go, "Why?" And he's like, "We just have to."
Jesus.
And so we walked, and it was only like maybe a quarter-mile walk. It was like right down the street, but it felt like a full Lord of the Rings adventure. Getting back to that
I love
apartment,
those.
Bro,
I
the
Yeah.
love those
outdoors
adventures.
on
Yeah.
psychedelics is great.
the outdoors on
always tripped
psychedelics is
outdoors.
nice, but it was nighttime, and we were so scared because we had really never really tripped like that before, and every car that came by, I was like mortified. I was like, dude, I can't handle these headlights are driving me crazy. And we made it back to the apartment, and then just like we crawled into bed together, and we're just embracing each other.
Man.
Just holding each other through this trip. And then his girlfriend at the time walked in and just was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And we were like, this is what love looks like. We love each other. We love you, and we're connected."
Oh man. And that's
And I
why
just
he's not on the show anymore.
He's not on the show anymore. But I just remember our hairy legs rubbing against each other.
Oh my
We
god.
were holding each other in bed like, I'm so scared, but I'm glad I have you here with me.
That's the thing. You got to bond with somebody. I remember I was that time I was telling you that we candy flipped by accident. Me and my friend, he had like an old Cadillac, and we sat on the back of it. We're both like, "Did you see that? Did you?" Because we were looking at the stars tripping on, acid. I'm like, "Did you?" And I was like, I swear to God, a bunny came over to me and I pet it.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
felt it. I felt the fur. And I'm like, there's things I don't know if they either
Yeah.
happened or if they
Yeah.
didn't.
I did a lot
It's
of
like someone's fuzzy purse.
I that's why I call a woman's pussy is the fuzzy purse.
Fuzzy
Fuzzy.
purse.
Yeah, that's how I kind of lost my mind. Is I was doing a lot of solo tripping. Like I was just in my apartment alone.
Oh man, that'd be hell for me.
Yeah, just eating a ton of mushrooms and shit. And then eventually
You ever trip at home like that and just hang out with your dog?
I didn't have a dog. I didn't have it.
It's so much fun.
I thought about like if I was tripping and I had the dog, what would the dog think? Would it start
Man, you
talking
just
to me?
like talk to it. Like I've been around my family dog when I did acid, and I was just like chilling. Like, dude, what has it been like growing up with me? Like, tell me some family secrets. He's like, you don't remember when you made me lick your balls?
Shouldn't do that to your dog. He trusts you.
No,
Don't trick your
he's
dog.
dead now.
Oh
He's
yeah.
dead now,
They don't live. That's what sucks about dogs. They don't live that long.
and they
No.
trust you to do
You have
anything.
to really make that decision to get a dog. You got to know that you're more than likely going to
Yeah.
outlive it.
My family, the
Think about
dog that we got when I was a kid, when I was like 14, we got this Shih Tzu. It's like the family dog, and he's still alive. He's like 16
Oh,
years old
wow.
now, and I don't think he's enjoyed the last like 2 or 3 years of his life at all. It seems miserable. It seems like every day I look at this dog, and
He just wants you to just kill me, please.
He's
Like,
yeah.
just kick me down the stairs.
Yeah, like he's having trouble
End
breathing.
it.
He's in constant pain, and like he's mostly asleep, but then when he wakes up, he just starts going, oh, and it's just, and then that the entire time he's awake, he's doing that. He's just walking around going, oh.
Oh man, put it down.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know
put it
why.
down.
I don't know why he's being kept alive. He doesn't know where he is. He's fucking blind. And
There's a lot of little dogs that I feel like don't enjoy life.
They
There's
live
always
forever.
they do live a long, like Shih Tzus do.
My
live a long
my
time.
dog's a Chihuahua Dachshund French Bulldog. I showed you her. She's
Mhm.
like this big. She's probably gonna live till like 20.
Oh, don't say that. Life's one
She's
funny
2.
motherfucker.
Yeah, she's 2 now. But
Oh, that's a good age for a dog.
yeah,
2.
she just turned
Yeah.
2.
So that's like what 14
14.
in human years.
I guess so.
That's why she's shitting on my floor because she's an angsty teen.
What teenager shitting on the floor?
Yeah. Scarlet,
Except for Vito's,
that might have been your
Vito
experience
Jr.
as an opiate-addled teenager who's coming home and just shitting on the floor.
Didn't
But-
shit when I was on opiates.
Oh, that's right.
It's like weeks.
well,
I had to go to
yeah,
the hospital once.
they constipate. That's true. They do constipate you.
I already have tummy problems.
I got
so-
that from Kratom. I used to take Kratom a lot, and that would constipate me.
Oh, heroin light.
Yes, heroin, diet heroin. Yeah, because I was.
My friend does that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I started. Yeah, because I started taking it because I was always had an issue drinking a lot, and so I started taking kratom because I heard people say like this is helps with opiate addiction and also helps with like other stuff like boozing or whatever. And so I just started taking kratom, and I should have known because like the first time I took it, I just got high. I got like I felt amazing, and I was like, oh, I can't believe that I could just do this instead of drink. This is great. I found my thing that'll save me from drinking. And then cut to like 2 years later, and I'm just like eating an ounce of kratom every day.
Because you have to
Just
do more and more and more and more and
yeah,
more.
just just to not even feel good at that point, but just to feel normal. Because if I don't take it, I'm
You're
shaking and
sick.
sweating. Yeah, I'm like
Mhm.
dope sick. I'm dope sick from fucking like bodega gas station uh heroin powder or whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever it is. I can't believe it's legal. If there's a kratom company that wants to sponsor the show, of course we'll take you.
There's
But
drinks that have it in them
yes,
that
I
they don't
used
even like say.
What?
They
yeah.
just sell them. There's drinks. I saw like there was a really viral TikTok of this girl that was buying these drinks at the bodega, and she's like, oh, they're called Happy or something. She's like, oh,
Okay.
Happy, and she liked the taste of it, and then she realized after like a few days that it had kratom in it.
Oh, but that's like
It just
probably
it just says Happy.
that's probably a low
Drink water,
amount.
kids.
Yeah, just drink water. That's probably a low amount though, because like to get the actual effects of kratom, you have to take like a big spoonful and make like a diarrhea water with it. Like you mix it up with something, and it looks like baby shit. It's just like green. It's really disgusting.
I
But
just was
you,
into the hard drugs. I was like, I'm going all out. You know,
yeah, you were snorting,
I was
shooting.
smoking crack and shit.
Hell yeah.
I was
That's
smoking crack, smoking
that's why
crack
the
and
guy
looking out
yeah
the fucking window.
that's why the guys at the strip club like you. Is yeah, you have if that cool girl crack energy.
The crackhead energy. I wasn't smoking crack when I was dancing, but crack and alcohol were the end of my using.
You ever
Oh,
quit
smoke
okay.
the
meth?
opiate. I quit the opiates. Yes. And then I went to the alcohol. I
What'd you
thought like,
think?
oh, it's not going to be as addictive because I would get dope sick from the other stuff. And then I finally got off that. And then it was way worse. I spent way more money. I went through it way faster.
On meth?
And the serotonin, meth and crack, the serotonin boost you get from those things, the low is like you want to kill yourself.
Oh yeah.
Kill yourself instantly.
Yeah.
You have nothing
That's why
left.
people try to stay high.
There's no serotonin left in your brain. Your brain is not even producing it anymore.
That's what happened to me after I came out of I had a psychotic break, and it lasted for months. So just imagine I get like similar to being high on meth, but for months, because I had like boundless energy and felt like a really great. Like I was euphoric through all of it, even though I was scaring everybody and probably putting myself in potentially fatal situations. But then when I came out of it and realized like, oh, the last like 6 months of my life I've been crazy. There was just nothing left in my brain, like no chemicals to make it work.
Right.
And yeah, and
Yeah, that's the
I was
worst
like
part.
basically on death's door for a long time because of that. Because I couldn't really function, and then the only thing I could think about was like, man, maybe I should just kill myself. And I
Yeah, that's
yeah,
real.
and I
That is
didn't.
very real.
It takes
I
your brain a long time. Like I'm almost 5 years without any substance, any shape or form. And like the first like year or two that I got sober, like I could barely even read. Like I was mentally
I just started reading again.
that's a real thing. Like you literally fry your brain so much that you like can't even retain information. Like
Yeah,
that's where I was at.
because I used to read a good amount, like probably more than the average person nowadays. 'Cause nobody reads anymore anyway.
Right.
So people have said I'm well read, but I've always been like, no, I just actually try to read. But but then yeah, when I went through everything and like coming out of it, I have like really struggled to focus on anything or read or even watch a TV show.
Even that's even internet shit though too. I feel like that with the internet
Oh
rot,
yeah, I
brain
mean the
rot.
internet has also
Oh,
fried my brain in that way. Sal just hates reading. He hasn't read in 20 years. Sal, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Somebody messaged me on Indeed.
Oh, come. Oh, okay. You're looking for a job.
Oh, like crazy.
Sal's trying to get a better job.
What do you do now?
I'm in hospitality.
Oh, you work at a hospital?
Yeah. I just hate the people.
Dude,
I
I
work
used
with.
to clean hotel rooms, let me tell you. That was some shit.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Shit that I would find. Oof.
Yeah, I've worked in housekeeping too. It's crazy.
People are so disrespectful.
Yeah, I remember somebody
So
puked
fucked
in the
up.
sink, and I'm like, the toilet's right fucking there.
Yeah.
I
But
have a good friend who's been going to these meditations with me and stuff, and she does psychedelics and she does like things, and she's very like spiritual, but she does like little microdoses and stuff. And she works at an inn, and I live in like a resort area, and she works at this inn. Really rich people and famous people go there, and
Yeah.
she's told me she does not understand how someone can shit the way they do on those toilets. It's like their buttholes in their back. It just blows all over the fucking toilet.
It's bigger dudes to do that.
She's like,
That's why I sit way
like,
forward.
how does it even fucking get back there?
yeah, I will say, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I think every dump that I've taken where I've made it to the toilet is gone in the toilet. You know,
Right.
I've had accidents. I've shit my pants plenty of
Me
times.
too. Me too.
Yeah, but that's that happens. But if I'm actually on the toilet and shitting, it all goes in the toilet. I've never had it where it splatters against the seat and the walls. You know, like if you go to like a Texaco bathroom and you're like, how did you shit everywhere?
It's like they were frog squatting on top of the seat.
Yeah, it is. It is like
doing it.
Yeah, it is one of those great mysteries where are there just like mischievous shitters who go into places and just spread their cheeks and start blasting?
Explosive.
Well, I think it's
diarrhea.
people who hover too. They don't want to sit down.
No, this goes. I'm talking about like when you go to like a gas station bathroom and there's just shit everywhere, like on the
You
fucking
expect
walls.
it. You know it. It's like that's where people go to do their worst shits.
Yeah, it's on the walls. It's splattered all over the toilet. It's on the sink, and it's like, did you just come in here and like bend over and spread your cheeks and
If
just
it's
start
the bathroom-
hosing
Push
this
as hard as
bathroom
you
down?
can.
I won't even shut the water
Burning.
off. If the bathroom's super nasty, I'm like washing my hands and then that's it. I'll use my foot to open the door. Sorry, you got a nasty bathroom. Come shut your water off.
Yeah.
Did you see the toilets is it Japan where they have a poop shelf? I saw that recently.
A poop
It's a
shelf?
So the toilet inside the bowl is like a shelf for the poop to land on, and then there's like a lower part where the hole is. It's like
No.
a poop. Oh no, it wasn't in Japan. Where was it? It was some other country,
Jesus.
somewhere in Europe, Germany maybe, and it was a poop shelf.
Get the poop
So I can
shelf.
understand that happening if there's a shelf. Say you have diarrhea and there's a shelf there. It doesn't just have
Oh my god. Yeah, like you don't know it's
Yeah.
gonna be diarrhea.
It would just
I feel
Someone
like
caked the poop shelf.
I feel like toilets are pretty much perfected. Like you don't really have to do there's no real advancements to be made with toilets. And the only one I would say that we should adopt more in this country is the bidet.
I have one.
Yeah, because I did have one for a while. I lived with a guy who had one installed it was a one bathroom
The
apartment.
bidet.
Yeah, and so there was just a bidet we all used, which I don't know how
Man.
high. It does seem odd that there's like 3 people all using the same bidet, but whatever.
I grew up around them and I never fucking used one.
I have one and I've never used it, and it's hooked up, and it's because I live in a cold area and it's cold ass water, and I'm scared that I'm gonna be like,
yeah, there's
so wait until it gets warmer out to use it.
the nice ones. The nice
Yeah.
ones will actually heat up the water. Like you could do it. There's a warm water setting.
Oh,
But it is very nice because like as a guy, I've had some messy dumps, and I've had dumps where
well, the shit probably gets on your balls, right? I always wonder that.
No.
I've never gotten
Shit
shit
does
on.
not get on your balls.
I've never really gotten shit, and I've been open about this. I've spent my whole life really wiping back to front, and I still have never gotten shit on my balls. I usually lift my balls up with one hand, and then use the other hand to go in between my legs and wipe, so I never have to worry about getting doo-doo
God, I've
balls.
always wondered that. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's
No,
me.
well, you wipe irregularly, Dalton.
I wipe goofy style.
Most people reach behind them and wipe their ass.
I know that.
But you don't have like another hole like I do. You have balls, so you can wipe that way.
I can, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if
it's
I
an
wipe
option.
Why
front
would
back
you?
to front, I'm gonna get poop in my vagina.
Look, you're
So that's why I go from front
you're a
to back.
woman, so it's like you have the option of doing OnlyFans. That's not an option for me. And as a man, one of the benefits of being a man is I can wipe back to front, and you can't.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I can't.
Y'all ever change diapers?
Do I know how to change diapers?
Have you ever changed diapers?
I have,
just
yes.
the one that I wear.
Talk about poop and vaginas.
Yeah, you want us to talk about that?
It's bad. It's bad. It's like a design flaw, like
It is a design problem.
nature's design flaw.
Yeah. I have said
Women's
that
vaginas should be on their chest, right here.
yeah, the
between their
butthole,
tits.
the butthole and vagina should be further separated. They shouldn't be so close to each
agree.
other.
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Right here between the breasts. That's where the woman's vagina should be.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was on a family trip. Speaking of diapers, I was on a family trip. My niece was in the car, and we were up in New Hampshire, and there was like on some highway, and there was nowhere to stop and go to the bathroom. There was cars everywhere. I couldn't have gone on the side of the road. So I took my niece's diaper out of the diaper bag, like a fresh one, and I peed in it. And I was with my whole family. I was with my whole family, and I'm peeing in the diaper in the back.
You still have that
Good
diaper?
thinking.
Are you trying to sell it?
Yeah, right.
People
You
ask,
can
me
sell
if
that
I
sucker.
sell, people ask me if I sell all kinds of shit all the time, and I just don't, because I don't want to pay. You know how much it is to maintain a fucking PO box? I don't get asked enough where it would be enough for me to, because I have a mailbox and I don't want.
I bet if you started doing more like foot content and like posting, like you wearing like dirty socks and telling people like, oh, these really stink.
Somebody asked
I should. I don't get enough feet, people.
You'd probably get
the weirdest thing I've gotten, I feel like, body part wise, was armpits.
Armpits?
He wanted me to worship and slap and lotion up. No nudities. Lotion up my armpits. I was like, sure.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta wonder what happened to people as a kid to make that their thing.
Armpits? I get
They probably used to watch their mom shave them and stuff in the shower or something.
I've seen women shave their pits. It didn't put
the
me down
armpit. The armpit is the
deviant
pussy
spiral.
of the shoulder.
That's true.
That's very true.
Yeah. So think about it that way.
You could fuck an armpit.
You can put your penis right in there, as long as she has her arm down.
And a foot job.
Yeah.
But that's not weird. That's not weird.
It's not weird because it's like you got hands, you got feet. They're very similar.
I couldn't believe the person that I did that with actually came from my feet.
Oh yeah.
Surprised.
No.
Surprised.
I mean, if you got nice feet, it's easy.
Yeah, if you got nice feet, yeah.
He wasn't even into feet at all.
If you started posting,
I wouldn't say I'm a foot guy, but I do like a nice foot.
I do like a nice foot. If you start posting like dirty feet content and saying like these socks could be yours, you could buy these.
There's a girl I follow that sells her disgusting snowboard socks.
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
She like wears them and snowboards in them for like days on end, and then she sells them.
Yeah.
What are people doing with those? And I like.
Yeah, it's just, I guess it's the stank and knowing that she was wearing the socks for a while. Her nice sexy foot was in there, and it stanks good. I guess I don't know. I get it.
Pheromones and shit.
Yeah, pheromone. There is like a good stank. There's like a nice like level of stank where it's not filthy. It's just primal.
Like Primus.
Yeah.
Like prime. Oh, hold on. We just got demonetized for some reason. That little clip will make this ineligible for monetization on YouTube.
Well, why have it on the soundboard?
I didn't know until I posted the last video and it said you can't use this.
What the fuck?
That's crazy because it's only like a few seconds.
Can you
Yeah.
edit like a sound of someone tuning a radio before it?
Oh yeah. Oh, that should be part of the station tag actually. Before the station tag, there should be
Like
like
it
the
sounds like
sound
you're
of
tuning into a
yeah,
radio.
like the
I guess that's what Quentin Tarantino would do in his early days to
you're
avoid.
listening to 14.88
Mm-hmm.
BPM.
Mad Dog Radio.
WBPM. Yeah.
And here's Steeler's Wheel.
I
That was it.
love Quentin Tarantino. Have you guys seen True Romance?
I've
Yeah, but
actually
didn't he
never
just write?
be honest with you, I've actually never seen that movie.
I haven't
know
either.
it's
So he wrote it. He didn't direct it, which is what the controversy is. But that movie,
So it started in the
that's one of
beginning?
my that's like my favorite one of my favorite movies of all time. And I have Patricia Arquette tattooed from that
Wow.
movie. It's kind of
Oh.
shitty. It's not that great, cartoonish, but that's her from that movie. It's
Wait.
so good.
Can I say that again?
Yeah. And
nice.
have you seen the movie? And it
Only-
says "You're so cool" underneath because that's like what she writes in the notepad. I mean,
Neither-
that movie's got everybody in
Kind
it.
of looks like Alan Cummings.
Neither one of us.
You gotta see it. It's got fucking Brad Pitt.
I know that
Christian
people. That's
Slater.
one of my cinematic shortcomings. Is I've actually never seen that movie.
You
I've seen
gotta-
every
I have
Tarantino
one of those.
movie.
One of my biggest shortcomings, I've never seen Small Soldiers.
What the fuck is that?
Like if I
Small-
was on like a dating show, like those would be my facts. Like the third
Seriously,
fact
you
would be,
think
like,
you
has
think
never-
that's a movie you should have seen that people should see?
has never seen Small Soldiers.
Scarlet doesn't even know it was a movie
I don't
about
know.
toys that come to life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Did you ever see Indian in the Cupboard? Remember that?
Yeah.
one?
of course.
That movie slaps really
Yeah,
hard.
it does.
Yeah.
it does.
Didn't we talk about that? Like
I
what
was
would you
joking
put-
about
one.
what if you put a flashlight in the cupboard? You open it up and it's just a real pussy.
a real pussy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What's your favorite childhood? What's like your favorite movie from your childhood? Like not even, it doesn't even have to be a childhood like a kid's movie. Just like when you were a kid. you
Oh,
always
Trapped in
remember it.
Paradise.
Trap.
Mine
No,
was Stand By Me. I love Stand By Me.
Yeah.
You know, that's a really good. That was actually one of the movies that just came to mind because I used
That's
to.
one of
Did you
my
know when you
favorite
were
movies
watching
of all
it?
time.
that
I
you were
watched that
gonna
a
fuck
lot
that
as
dude's
a
older
kid.
brother? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you could have.
His older brother. Wait. Which
Did you
one?
know watching it? You're like, man, I really want to nail that dude's little brother.
Who's
River
the older brother?
River Phoenix and Stand By
Oh,
Me.
well, no. The whole thing with me was I was obsessed with River Phoenix as a kid.
Yeah,
And I got
Oh,
to fuck
okay.
his brother. So
Yeah.
it's like win-win for me because River Phoenix was
Brother fucker.
River Phoenix was.
I'm
oh,
trying to
shit.
think. What's a movie I watched a ton as a kid?
Or
You
what's
think
a movie that,
Joaquin
like,
would have been
Scott-
mad?
What's a?
If
I
you
wa-
said River's
I watched.
name.
I watched.
I should have.
I watched
Ah.
I watched the Goonies a lot as a kid.
Goonies is
Yeah.
good. It's just kind of disturbing.
I wasn't really into the Goonies.
Yeah, we had it on tape, and I watched that a lot.
What about Blank Check?
No, I mean I know the movie. I've seen it like once, but that was
Home
not on.
Alone. Home Alone.
Home Alone's good.
I like that
but that
one.
wasn't
What
on
else?
regular.
On repeat, yeah. I had three older brothers, so I saw a lot of shit that I shouldn't have seen.
Casper Meets Wendy was the third Casper.
I think I had a journal. My mom probably has it somewhere, maybe, of like what you'd write like in first grade. What did you do last night? I'm like, I watched Beavis and Butthead with my brothers. I watched Natural Born Killers in like fucking first grade.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Shit.
my dad used to like we would watch it together. We watched Full Metal Jacket a ton.
Oh
Oh,
god,
nice.
Yeah.
that movie was.
Oh, you know what? I do have an answer. 'Cause the movie that I watched a lot as a kid that I still enjoy watching, that I would say is like my like laid the foundation for my just taste and everything is Army of Darkness.
Oh yes, good one.
Yeah,
What's that?
It's the third Evil Dead movie.
Mm.
You know Evil Dead?
I'm not a fan.
Sal, that's
I was a big horror movie fan. I was always at Blockbuster in the horror section.
Yeah, watch
Oh,
something
that was
good,
my
not
shit.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Sal, what the fuck are you talking about? It's Evil Dead is like one is first off, it's one of the best horror movies ever. but it's also just
No.
like well respected as a movie.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake, is the best horror movie ever made.
The Zack Snyder.
You know what
Dawn
I
of the
really
Dead.
liked? I really loved for
Yep.
a horror movie. I love movies and shows that come after video games. I loved Silent Hill.
Silent
I
Hill's
thought that
tight.
was really fucking good, and it was
Yeah.
fucking scary.
I got Peacock recently. It's cool.
You
we're
got
talking about-
peacocked?
I got Peacocked. It's cool. We're talking about
Damn.
horror movies. I think people are already sick of me talking about this, but
I gotta run to the bathroom. I'll be back, but I can.
oh, well,
Oh, that's fine. He's just gonna talk about the Chucky
stop.
show.
Shut up. We'll wait till she gets back. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. You want to play with the soundboard a little bit?
I kind of want to listen to her go to the bathroom. Shut up.
Wee boy.
Scarlet's cool. What do you think
Yeah.
of Scarlet, Sal?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Do you think we should start preparing for this show?
No. That's
No.
the gayest thing you ever said.
So you think we should just keep doing it the way we're doing it?
What's wrong with how we're doing it?
Okay. I was just wondering.
What would you prepare?
I don't know.
Questions?
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes.
I mean, if you're having a guest on, questions is good.
Yeah, I think so.
There's I listen to I love Bunny, like Jelly
Okay.
Roll's wife. I listen to her podcast.
Here's a question.
I'm not a podcast girl. I listen to Bunny's podcast and I listen to Armchair Expert only because they have
What-
good interviews. And Bunny does like a round of questions, but she does like uncomfortable ones and she does like sexual ones. You know what I mean? Like with
Oh.
Yeah.
guests, so it's fun.
Uncomfortable questions. Okay. How deep is your vagina?
I don't know.
Here's an
I'm
uncomfortable question.
I'm built pretty small. So the big ones, I don't really prefer the big ones.
Oh, you
Yeah.
prefer like small penises?
Yeah. I
Okay,
have to
cool.
admit that.
Do you do dick
Between
ratings?
like small and big, I do dick ratings. Yeah.
Nice.
Are you
Do
good
do-
at it?
Yeah. I mean, a $20 tip gets you like I do like pretty honest rating. Like
Cool.
I've literally told someone that they look like they have to go to the doctor.
Why?
And I did schedule an appointment.
A dick
What
appointment.
made it be
It
medical?
was just oh my god. It just didn't look right. It looked just dirty and
Yo, your shit's
Yucky.
fucked up, dude.
Yo, some Harvey Weinstein.
no, I'm
day.
pretty honest. But I mean a lot of dicks look the same.
But
No.
here's what I was saying is that I got Peacock, and I
You got the
got Peacock, and I just binged. I'm sad now because I got nothing to watch because I just binged all of Chucky, the TV show.
Oh, there's a TV show.
This is
Chucky.
becoming
I never
Joe
really
Rogan.
watched I never really
This is
watched
becoming
Chucky.
Joe Rogan in the way I keep talking about the same thing
Yeah.
over and over again. But I can't stress this enough. I can't tell enough people about this. It's awesome. It's really good.
I'll check
Really?
it out.
Yeah, I was.
Do I have to watch Chucky?
It,
Yeah, do you have to watch the movies first? Because I never watched those.
I never
You don't-
seen no
You
Chucky.
don't have to, but they're great. They're all good. But you don't have to.
I like to say it like a black person.
You got
I never
another.
seen
Did
no
you
Chucky.
watch Fallout? Fallout was
Yeah,
good.
Fallout was good.
I really
Have you
liked that.
played Fallout?
I was gonna play Fallout, but I did a poll because I played God of War 4 on Twitch through the whole game, and now I'm at the end of Ragnarok. Like I'm about to beat it any second, and next time I play, I'm gonna beat it. So I was like, did a vote on like what's my next game, and since I had watched Fallout, I never played it. I did Fallout, the Harry Potter game, like what would you rather have me watch? And people voted for Fallout, but I heard Fallout's kind of like not really that entertaining to watch.
I want to
Are you
see.
serious?
I want to see y'all
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
my brother who plays a lot of video games, he's like, you kind of just like have to talk to a lot of people. And it's kind of like,
No, your brother's an idiot. You can
I
tell
I
him
want
I
to
said that.
no Sal. I want to see Sal. I want to see more people try and play Fallout 1.
I have Fallout 1 and 2 on my
I was
computer.
gonna play the one that was from 2015 or 16.
Okay, that's
Those are cool games too. That would be boring as fuck because it's
Fallout
literally
70
turn-based
something.
Fallout. Yeah,
Oh.
because Fallout 1 is isometric like Diablo.
and
and
it's
it's more-
turn-based.
Yeah, and it's more focused on.
I'm like an
I guess-
action RPG girl. Like I love God of War.
All right, so
Oh,
you need to
shit.
play Fallout though. Like your brother is lied to you.
He plays
Yeah.
like Dark Souls.
Dark Souls is
He-
tight.
He doesn't want you to
Mhm.
play good games, I guess. I don't know.
He just said, I don't know. I mean,
Dark
I'm
Souls
doing
is
a
fun.
modded I'm doing a Fallout with mods, so
hard
I
though,
turned
right?
my dog is like a gorilla.
Dark Souls is tough but fair. You'll
Okay.
get
Because
your you get
I play God of War on balance mode. I don't play it on easy or hard.
if you play Dark
Maybe
Souls,
so.
look, you'll get your ass beat many times. You get frustrated,
You
but if
die
you're
a lot.
you'll die a lot. Most of the game is dying. In fact, that's the first achievement you get in the game. Like you know how games now have achievements.
Yeah.
The first achievement you get is the first time you die, you'll get the pop up that says "Welcome to Dark Souls," and you get a little
Wow.
trophy.
Oh, so that's like what it's about.
Yeah, and so you're gonna die a lot, but it's fair because if you're actually paying attention and learning, studying the game, then you'll get good, as they say.
What
And
about Elden Ring?
I haven't played that one yet, but I mean it's the same developer and it's in like the similar
Yeah.
style. So I've heard that one's pretty tough as well. They're all like what's cool about them is they're all extremely difficult, but it's difficult by design. So that it's not like the games are broken. It's not like it's just hard because the developers made a bad game that's just really difficult and unplayable.
You mean like Oblivion?
May I guess.
Oblivion's broken.
No,
I'll explain it after.
but Dark
Or not.
Souls and Bloodborne, all those games are like diligently crafted to where it's brutal, it's unforgiving, but you can like figure it out and actually have a good
Right.
time playing it. And then like when you get good at it, you just play through it over and over again. Like you do a new game
But I have to think about like viewers from their perspective. Like,
I
would they
think I
want to
think
watch that?
I think people would enjoy watching a broad play Dark Souls, see watching her get frustrated and start
I
throwing.
also thought about Resident Evil 4 remake because I like horror games too.
Resident Evil
I
Have
4
you
is
like a
good.
played any of
classic.
the other remakes?
No, I've only played the old school ones.
So they
Back in the
remade
day.
2. It was very good, and they remade 3.
They
Both
remade
very
2
good.
and 3 in the similar style as 4, where it's not the tank controls anymore. It's not like
Oh yeah,
pre-rendered. Because
yeah,
I that was always what I struggled with Resident Evil back in the day was it just felt clunky. I was like, the difficulty of this game is it's just designed poorly, so it's hard.
yeah. That's fair. I mean, but it was
We're,
still a great game.
yeah, I mean, you know, they're like atmospherically like interesting and
And
like
I thought of
enjoyable.
like playing old school games that I played like GoldenEye. Like I thought of like doing like an old retro game kind of thing. But I feel like with horror games, I'll get it because I get scared at shit and I'll be
Yeah,
scared.
I
And I
got
feel
I
like
And I
got
never want to leave the save room in those games. I'm always like, all
I
right, I'm safe.
yeah, I'm safe here.
I
I
could
got all
live in
my
here for a long
that was a
time.
hard ass game, GoldenEye 007.
I
Yeah.
got
For
legitimately
me anyway.
there were like legitimately really scary moments in the last Resident Evil game I played, the one in what was it, 7? The one in the
Raccoon City or whatever.
no, the one in Louisiana in the bayou.
Those games are terrifying.
That's
'Cause
4, isn't it?
no, 4 is the one in
No.
like Spain or some shit.
4 is the weirdest one.
Seven is the one where they go first person. So it they switch
Really?
it
Is it
to go
good?
first. It's really good. And
Really?
and you don't even like most of the game you're wondering how is this even have anything to do with Resident Evil? Because most of the game is pretty like isolated from the story of the series. And then like near the end it starts to tie in to the Resident Evil story. But like yeah, most of the game is just the self-contained story about this like Texas Chainsaw Massacre type family in Louisiana that's keeps trying to kill you in their
Oh, like the
house.
Hills Have Eyes shit.
Yeah, it's like this fucked up family that's
I feel
become
like I played that one. I know I kept trying to describe to my brother because I always talk gaming with him because I've been doing Twitch and I tried to describe a Resident Evil game that I played and he was describing 4 and I'm like that doesn't sound like it. It was different than the other ones and it might be that one
yeah,
because I've been
because
trying to figure out which one it was because it
yeah,
was like
7. You're looking for your
hard.
wife, and you go to this like chateau estate in Louisiana, and the family there has been like taken over by some parasitic thing or whatever. So they're all like fucked up zombie monsters, and they can't like the dad in the family keeps chasing you, and every time you kill him, he just ends up coming back. It's cool. It's a good game. It was fun.
What's the newest one that wasn't a remake?
8. It was
Eight.
it was a direct sequel to 7, so it's the same protagonist as I think it was called Resident Evil Village, because
Have y'all
there was a lot of buzz when it was coming out because there was a big titted vampire lady, like a 9 foot tall muscle mommy that was in the game, and so when they released the original trailer, immediately just every guy like me got horny for it, and I still have yet to even play the game, but she's hot.
Yeah, I
There
love
was
jacking
a
off to
game, there was a
cartoons.
Resident Evil that my brother was like a long time ago. We were kids, like he's like, I can't believe you beat that game. It was like a super hard. It was Resident
Code
Evil.
Veronica?
I remember you slide down this thing for like a really long time and something's chasing you. It's at the end of the game.
Was it Code Veronica?
I don't know.
That's
I
my
mean,
favorite Resident Evil.
I have to play them all again or something because I'm
I
not. This was a long time
I
ago.
do like Silent Hill better.
Silent Hill, I didn't like as a game because I hated that. I liked it the movie, but I didn't like how every time that alarm went on, you had to like hide. That annoyed me.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
Silent
like
Hill.
hiding in games. Anytime I have to hide
I
somewhere where
know.
guards go by and shit, I fucking
Oh, you don't
that's
like
the
stealth?
downfall. Mm-mm.
Well, like
Mm.
Resident Evil 2, there's a
I
part
suck at it.
where
That's why.
that big dude's just chasing you, and you have to like everything you do is like, oh, here he comes. You gotta run.
Oh, yeah, what's his name? Mr. X or something?
Yeah, I hate it. And then there's another version of him in 3 with Nemesis, and same thing. You just gotta do everything fast because
I
it's like,
wish
oh, here comes.
I wish it still existed, but when Hideo Kojima still worked at Konami, a lot of people know what I'm talking about. He had
We
gotten
don't, but
you
a
guys
lot of other
don't,
people
but other
do.
people will. He had gotten hired. He was still with Konami. And he had done all the Metal Gear Solid games. And he had gotten brought on to make the next Silent Hill game, and but nobody. I don't think anyone knew that he was working on it. And then one day on the PlayStation Store, there was just this like mysterious game that popped up
I
called
heard about that.
yeah, it was called PT,
It was
and
really scary, right?
people were downloading it because they were like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was just like the most terrifying thing that anyone had ever seen. It was because I played when it came out. I played it, and I was like, the whole time I was playing, I was like, what is this? This is like really terrifying, and I don't even know what this is." And then like the reveal at the end of it is that it was all just a teaser for this Silent Hill game he was working on. But in itself was a really well done horror game. But then he left Konami, and then they took the game off the PlayStation Store. Now you can never play it again. But it
I
was
heard there
scary.
was a new. I heard there was a new Silent Hill coming. I
No,
heard
there's
it's not happening.
something came out recently that I think people said was really bad. But the last time they were actually really working on something was when Kojima was there, and it was a game that was gonna be called Silent Hills, and it was gonna have Norman Reedus in it. Because
Norm
I
like
love
Macdonald.
him. I love him.
yeah, because at the end of PT, it cuts to a guy walking outside, and the camera pans up, and it's Norman Reedus, whatever his character was going to be, and then
I'm sure it's sleeveless, whatever it is.
he ended up being the protagonist in the game Kojima ended up doing, which was Death Stranding, which is very boring. That was a boring game. Just, did you ever
I
play
swear
that?
to God, I was Googling it. I was like waiting for it to come out. There was like a bunch of things like it's in the works, like a new Silent Hill game. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I guess not.
I don't even enjoy things anymore.
I don't know, dude.
I did enjoy Fallout the show. I enjoyed Chucky, and now that I'm out of things,
Speaking of Norman Reedus, I'm a I know everyone like gave up on Walking Dead, but I'm a diehard Walking Dead girl. I've seen every single episode.
so
And I've
it's
seen
back
all the
on.
spin-offs. No, there's I didn't watch
Spin-offs.
Fear the Walking Dead or all that bullshit. I watched The Walking Dead all the way through, and then I watched the Rick and Michonne spinoff, the Norman Reedus spinoff, and the Maggie and
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. It's back.
and they
so,
were all fucking good.
but it's
I
so,
doubt
good.
that.
But that's what I'm
I
No,
saying.
seriously
watch
doubt
the
that.
Rick and Michonne one
The Rick and Michonne
and
one,
the Norman Reedus one.
the Rick
Because
and
you
Michonne
got
one
Andrew Lincoln.
is a sequel, right? Like it's bad. Like it's
It's
basically
after.
yeah.
But the
It's
show
like
suffered
the future. It's the
when
future. It's like
but when
10 years
Andrew
later.
Lincoln left the show, it suffered, right?
I still liked it. I watched it all the way through because I love Carol
They
and
made
everybody
a
that was
big
left.
mistake killing Carl.
Carl. Oh, that was so terrible. But no, so
Why would they do
so
that?
Norman Reedus' character, what's his fucking face?
Daryl.
At the last episode of Walking Dead, they all go their separate ways because they're all still trying to find Rick, literally. And so Norman Reedus is like, I'm going off. I need something to find something. He ends up in France, and there's a whole thing, and he's in France, and it's crazy what's going on over there. It's totally different and imaginative. And then Rick and Michonne shows their whole story, and it's like later, and it's like it's just one season, and that's it. You know, there's no more other seasons of Rick and Michonne. Just watch it in completion.
Could you imagine how bad a French zombie would smell?
Dude,
Oh
the
my
French,
God.
it's not even about zombies anymore, is what I like about it. You're not, the zombies are just there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like in France, the Norman Reedus
It's the
one,
collapse of
the
society.
France one has a scientist that's injecting them with something, so it makes them all fucking crazy. And it's like, it's really good. It's really good.
Well, yeah, those movies have always, the zombies have always just been background threat to the real threat, which is humans after the collapse of society.
Oh,
But you gotta, I'm telling you, if you watch spin-off, watch those.
We are the
Fucking
Walking Dead.
We are the
Good.
zombies. If you ever watch a George Romero interview, he'll always, you know.
It's like when you think about it, the zombies actually represent us.
Well, yeah.
It's like that. It's like that. What's that cartoon movie where everybody leaves Earth? Wall-E.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh
Wall-E
man, I
now.
finally saw that recently.
Dude, where that's what's
I like 28 Days Later.
28 Days Later is good, and 28 Weeks Later was good. And
Those
then
are great.
I didn't remember if I liked it or not. So the other night, because I like this whole zombie thing, but I'm selective about it. But I watched World War Z. Did you see that?
I know that movie sucked.
It wasn't good.
It was really bad.
I was like, I don't remember if I like this or not, but I do like Brad Pitt. But I was just like, this is so underwhelming.
My favorite out of all the years of zombie stuff is Return of the Living Dead.
Mm.
You seen that one?
Return of the Living Dead. I haven't seen. I never really. Yeah, I never.
That's
really
the one
those.
that was the other guy. I think it was like the other guy who worked with Romero back in the day, and then he split off to go make.
Was that after Diary of the Dead?
No, this is in the 80s. There's a movie called Return of the Living Dead, which is like a horror comedy. And the movie opens with a really funny title card where it says something like the people and events depicted in this movie are real. This actually happened. It's like something like that. And so the premise of the movie is that in Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead exists as a movie people have seen. And so this guy that's working at like this pharmaceutical warehouse, his boss tells him like, you see that movie Night of the Living Dead? You know, it's actually based on a true story. And he was like, check this out. And he takes him to show him these like military research chemicals that were delivered there by mistake. This like something trioxin. And the barrel accidentally leaks, like bust open. And so it ends up causing a zombie invasion in the town. It was a really fun movie.
Oh my God, it's like that movie where the planes crash and the shit that was on the planes gets in the water, everybody starts killing themselves. Remember that? Who was that? The stuff from the plane gets into this water stream, and it's like a baseball field. This dad just like walks into the baseball and fucking shoots himself in the head.
The
Happening?
Oh
yeah. That was
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's Return of the Living Dead.
Well, they're not zombies. They're just
Hey there, Mr. Bush. It's just me. I'm just a guy. You're just a bush. Don't kill me.
No,
They started talking to the
Mark
trees.
Wahlberg? Was it Mark Wahlberg?
That was Mark Wahlberg. A freaking
fellow Bostonian.
Hey, can I borrow your lawnmower when you're done running yourself over with it?
Yeah. I would definitely recommend Return of the Living Dead. That's probably like
I gotta watch that.
My favorite. Yeah, there's a great scream queen in it, one of the legends, Linnea Quigley, and she has a very horny scene where they're right before the zombie invasion. It's like she plays like her and a bunch of punks. They're all like 80s punks. Go to a cemetery just to party, and she ends up stripping nude and dancing on top of a grave. So there's some great full frontal and some butt cheeks.
Gotta see that.
Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead.
Seen the one I haven't seen that one, but my favorite of the series is Land of the Dead, where they're in the underground.
The one with Leguizamo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. They remade it.
I fucking
the original.
That you're thinking of Day of the Dead.
Yeah. It was Day of the Dead.
If they're underground in the bunker,
Yeah, it's when
that's
they're trying to they have Bud and they're
yes,
trying
that's
they have the
Day of the Dead's
headphones.
awesome. Day of the Dead's
Dude,
great.
yeah. It's a great one.
Yeah,
gotta
I love
watch
that
these.
one. Yeah, that
Yeah,
the
Day of the Dead
original
is really good.
the original run of the Romero movies, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead are great.
Very good.
Land of the Dead is when they start to stink.
And then Diary of the Dead is where
Really
it's
bad.
fucking really bad.
Yeah, that's a really
Is
bad one.
Romero or is it Rodriguez or who does The Walking Dead? Romero?
George A. Romero.
Robert Kirkman.
And then Rodriguez or something.
Robert Rodriguez does Spy Kids.
Robert Rodriguez did
Who am I thinking about?
Robert Rodriguez did Planet Terror, which is kind of a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez started
I liked Planet Terror.
writing with Kirkman.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
With Walking Dead.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's gotten and I swear to God, it's fucking it got scarier and scarier for me. Like I couldn't believe the ideas they came up with, like in just The Walking Dead. Like there was a house. It was intense scene where there was cannibals, but they weren't even human anymore. They were like walking all fucked up and like in like dirty, like diapery things and like chasing people. You know, I always get freaked out when people walk weird, like on their hands all fast in movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That weird.
Yeah, like the old lady on the ceiling in Exorcist 3.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Drag Me to Hell has some sprinting demons at some point.
You like Drag Me to Hell, but you don't like The Evil Dead.
I didn't love Drag Me to Hell.
Sally, I mean, do you like Spider-Man?
Yeah.
With Tobey Maguire?
I know, it's all Sam Raimi, right?
Yeah. I can't wrap my head around how you don't like the Evil Dead movies.
I'll give it another shot.
I've never heard anyone say that they didn't like them. That's crazy.
I'll give it another shot.
I just never watched them really.
I remember watching them and being like, "Oh, this is Evil Dead."
Because when I was a kid, I saw Army of Darkness first, and
right. Let me see if it's on.
I probably watched it 1,000 times as a kid because it's Army of Darkness is a comedy mostly.
I'll watch it tonight. How about that?
The Evil Dead is a pretty straightforward horror movie. Evil Dead 2 is a horror comedy.
I'm watching it right after this.
Army of Darkness is a straight up like Three Stooges comedy. And so I watched that a lot as a kid. And Bruce Campbell's incredible. Just charming, funny, handsome. Love those movies.
Is that Pizza Papa?
Yeah, Pizza Papa. Yeah. Pizza Papa always gets paid.
Have you ever watched a movie like as an adult that freaked you out as a kid and then you like realize what's really going on? Like I watched recently Poltergeist used to freak me out as a kid, the original. I watched it recently in the last like 6 months and I was like, wow, they're just smoking weed the entire time. Fucking Coach.
Oh,
yeah. I
but
remember
that was
how
scary that their house was built on the cemetery and then all the zombies come up from their graves at the end. Remember that?
Yeah, Poltergeist is scary. Poltergeist
that was
good.
Scary. It was funny though, because I didn't like realize as a kid like they were smoking joints the whole movie, getting high. Like that was scary. Anything with little kids like that and stuff freaked me out when I was.
I remember thinking that God damn it. What was the one where they're filming shit? The
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. I remember thinking like, how could they fake this? They have footage. And then now I watch it and I'm like, you're so stupid.
They have them. By the way, Sal, that
remember the Blair Witch?
Yeah.
Blair Witch Project.
You could get me if you just put in a movie if someone takes out a camera. I'm like, oh well, it's obviously documented.
Blair Witch is understandable because I remember when Blair Witch came out and everyone thought it was real because that was the first time anyone had done that. Done it. And so the marketing
I saw it in the theater and I was like,
yeah, the marketing campaign for the movie was like telling people like this is real. These people are actually missing.
Do you ever see the witch in Blair Witch?
No. No, you never.
Sure? Not really. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I think
you do see the witch in Blair Witch 2: Book of Shadows, but you do not see the witch in the.
They did a good job on that. That was pretty cutting edge.
And there was I do remember going to Spencer's Gifts at that time, and there was a Todd McFarlane action figure of the Blair Witch. That's never in the movie, but they did make an action figure for it.
Wow.
So there is like, yeah.
I miss Spencer's.
I think it still exists. I think it's still in the mall.
The mall around here sucks.
Yeah, the malls, all the malls are dying.
Malls are
Oof.
garbage.
Malls used to be very
Bad.
fun. That was like it was fun as a kid going to a mall.
It was.
And when I was a kid, a big part of going to the mall was Chucky because Bride of Chucky had just come out, and so that was the disfigured Chucky with the scars and the stitches. So if you, any mall you went into, you would just see like 10 Chucky dolls staring at you from the Spencers.
Yeah.
I loved going into Spencer's in Halloween before they had Spirit Halloween, all that bullshit, and like looking at the masks and trying them on. And
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
love that.
Seeing
That was
all
good
the
times.
all the sex, the big penis stuff.
All the
I
way in the
remember-
back, yeah.
Yeah, I remember they had like gag gifts where it was like a teddy bear with a huge cock.
Yep.
That was fun.
Dude, the good old days, man.
they had like
fucking
they
good
had
old
like
days.
a soap for your penis, and it was like a shaped like a donut, so it was like a soap with a hole in the middle. That was
Nice.
cool. So you could wash your penis. They had extra small condoms, so you could buy condoms for.
Is that the only place you could find them?
That's the only. That's I have to
At
go
that
to
time?
Spencer's Gifts to get condoms. Actually,
Who uses condoms? What are those?
Gross. Yeah.
Good point. I guess so. I mean, I guess if if you're hooking up with a woman who's not on birth control, I don't know.
If you show up with
I've like
condoms, you're
never
dork.
been on birth control my entire life.
And you're
You
going.
have any
And,
kids?
I was on one a long time ago, and then like a couple of years later, it was like, if you were on this birth control and you suffer from this, that, and the other thing, call us.
Did
it
you
does.
call?
Did
I
you call
didn't
him?
know because I didn't. Nothing happened to me.
It
I
does
had
seem
a
like it
medical record.
fucks women's
Yeah.
bodies up. It seems like it fucks up
That's
their
what
hormones.
It does. It does.
Yeah, I wonder like the amount of women who say they've never like had an orgasm during sex. I wonder if it's because of the birth control they're on, or if it's just because they're having sex with me.
If I didn't have if I didn't have orgasms during sex, I wouldn't have sex. I don't
Yeah.
understand that.
There's a I've
I'm
talked
not
to
having sex if I'm not getting orgasms.
I've talked
You
to
know what I
a
mean?
lot of
I've talked to
women do.
multiple women who have said like they've never had an orgasm because of sex. They've been able to make themselves come, but anytime they've like had sex with a guy, they've never been able to achieve climax.
That's sad.
It's like, well, hey
Ooh.
sister, I ain't gonna change that for you. I'm not the guy. But
I get that, but I mean, I don't know, man. What would be the point?
could be the
Well,
birth
no, you
control.
also don't like eating ass or pussy, so
Yeah, I guess I just don't like having sex. Maybe that's it.
The last person that went down on me, he was here earlier. And he literally, I didn't talk to him for a little bit. Like, we're just friends, but we like do content together and stuff. And the last time that he went down on me, in all seriousness, he looked at me and he goes, "It would be an honor to eat your pussy."
Nice.
I was like, what?
No, noble
Okay,
woman,
sir. Okay, sir.
madam.
Have at it.
If it pleases the miss.
It would be an honor. And he was serious. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sal. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just bad at it.
yeah.
I'm insecure.
Well, you can't learn how to have sex from porn. I'm not saying that that's you, but a lot there
tried.
watch porn videos and they don't realize that squirt is pee. I don't
No,
care what
we've talked to
anybody
squirt is-
fucking says.
It's
Squirt is
definitely pee, but who can, well, hey, sometimes you get peed on.
Well, I've heard porn stars be like, confess that it's pee.
Like I've
Yeah.
been pissing on people for years.
They're like, it's pee.
Yeah, anyone who says it's not pee is just, they're diluting themselves. They don't want
They
to
drink
admit
a lot of water, so it's
it
not
is
yellow.
diluted already.
it's diluted. Yeah, because they drink so much water. That's why it's clear.
It has
They-
happened to me without, I don't think it was pee one. It did happen to me like one time.
You got
Yeah.
squirted on?
And I can make myself do it, and I don't think it's all pee, but like most of the time, if you see like a lot in a porno, like where does
What
that
else
come
is it
from?
gonna
Where
be?
there's no balls in a pussy. Like where is that stored?
I wish there were.
Balls inside the pussy,
Yeah.
and then that's where it squirts from.
I would elect to have all of my sex organs be inside me.
They are, Sal. You're big.
Yeah.
You and me both are big enough that they're inside of us right now.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're sitting down and like hunched over, it's getting sucked up into you.
Yeah.
It's like those guys I always see, like especially at meetings. There's like a lot of old timers and stuff there. They'll be wearing shorts and they're really tight, and like one ball is over here, the other ball is over here. It's like just fucking, and I can't stop looking at it. I'm like, dude, do they realize their balls are just like stuck to their leg and you can see through their pants?
They have
Am I the only one looking at this? Is anyone
camel
else
toe
see,
balls.
does anybody else
Oh,
see
yeah.
this shit?
I
And
always
then
feel
and then
like
they do this. They hike them up before they sit down. They hike them up and then they sit down.
yeah.
The sack is spread into.
I
Yeah.
always
It's
notice
never even either. It's like a little bit of ball sacks over here, and then the rest of it's on
Well,
the
Oh, at
balls
that age.
balls are asymmetrical. You know, one hangs lower than the other, one's bigger than the other.
yeah. I think one of mine died
Yeah.
a while ago and it's just there.
You think you just have a dead ball?
I think one of them died a long time ago and it's just swimming.
Have you guys seen that guy that I went on a rabbit hole with this guy? So he has a microscope and he puts things under the microscope.
Does he use it
like
to look at his penis?
strawberry bugs all over it. He cut open
Yeah.
a hot dog and looked at it, and there was all worms inside of it. He put
Come on,
sperm
really,
under
though?
there. He put sperm under it, and there was thousands of little. I was like,
But
dude,
why would
and I was
that-
like, I'm
why
never
would
eating
worms-
again. I'm never eating again.
Have you seen the guy that puts his balls into his own ass?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, there's a guy. Jamie
on.
Castles sent it to me. There's a guy who
Jesus.
it was a scene where there's this guy and this dominatrix lady, and he shoves his own balls in his own ass, and then while his balls are in his ass, she fists his ass while
That's
his balls are in his ass.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
looking
there's
at
guys
the-
that are guys like that ball busting shit.
Oh yeah, there's guys that are into that. They like getting their balls
There's a
stamped
lot
on.
of that. I want to get into the FinDom thing on the internet, but it's hard.
I've done it. It worked for me. I posted FinDom stuff on Twitter for a little bit,
Did you
and
and you got DMs?
I made like $60 doing FinDom.
Wait, how
What
were
did
you
you
a
do?
femdom?
I just would post like a selfie, just a picture of me, and be like, "Which one of you dumb fucking beta cuck soy boy pay pigs wants to send me your paycheck?" FinDom, oink oink.
Damn, I should do
And
that.
and then I would put my like, Cash App and Venmo in there, and I made like $60 doing it.
Huh.
Dude, there's girls that make so much money.
Yeah, I follow.
yeah.
I follow
Because
a
you get
lot
someone
of.
that wants a very specific fetish and they're like, I need you to dress up as my high school principal.
No,
This is what we have to do.
No, the
It's gonna
women
take
don't.
3
No, they
hours.
literally, it's just money control.
Yeah.
The women don't do anything. The FinDom thing is just the
No, they
fetish.
do.
The fetish is sending money to a woman.
Financial domination. So it's usually like really like Paul Giamatti and Billions.
Yeah.
Did you see
Wait,
that?
femdom is feminine.
They want
No.
someone- It's usually a big person who's in high power, like a CEO or something, that's in charge of other people. And they like usually like to be dominated by a woman financially.
Sal, we're
Or
saying
something. You know what I mean?
FinDom, FIN.
FinDom.
Oh,
financial-
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying femdom.
The
FinDom.
fetish is just giving a woman a bunch of money, and then she scolds you for not giving her more. That's the
Wow.
fetish. It's just like, oh, is that it, you little cuck bitch?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it's-
just get married.
The real thing, and the thing about it is like they don't like
Just go get
post.
married.
Like they'll just come find you. Like if they find you and then you're into that, like they find you. It's like a secretive thing. Like they don't like anyone that's paying, like anyone that says that their name on Twitter or whatever is like, I'm a cuck fin fucking whatever pay pick. They don't spend any money.
Fucking Peter
People
Piper.
that reach out in the DMs, and that's how they
yeah,
get
because
it.
I follow a
Yeah.
lot of like FinDom ladies on Twitter. Because it fascinates me. I don't send them any money, but I do
Not
like
anymore.
to see. Not anymore. I'm broke. I sent all my money to them. But yeah, it is like a fascinating subsection of kink where it is just like a lady who's like, I fucking hate men. Men, send me your money, dumbasses, you bitch ass.
Yeah, and they
motherfuckers."
pay for their whole fucking life.
Yeah,
Every-
yeah, and then they post like their Cash App balance for the day, and it'll be like, oh, I made $5,000 so far. Let's keep it coming, pay pigs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how you can make money now. We make
I
money.
had a wish tender, but wish tender got taken down. And some people like paid. I had like my pedicure, manicure, whatever, designer bag. And I had a few people buy stuff through there, but they weren't like Findom people. They just did it.
I'm surprised I make money doing this. I make money on YouTube, Patreon. I get Twitter paychecks.
Awesome.
Yeah. Every 2 weeks I get like 30
How
bucks
do you make your
Twitter.
how are people making money on Twitter?
So when you subscribe to the
Right?
do what?
Oh yeah, you were gonna tell her.
Well, when you subscribe to the Twitter Premium, you can then monetize your account. And
I
so
think I have Twitter Premium.
yeah, so if you go into the settings where it says monetization, it'll like walk you through like setting it up for monetization and linking a Stripe account and all that. And then once
Well,
you're
like, why would they pay you? Because nobody, like, I literally, my
do
Twitter
not,
account's totally shadow banned.
yeah,
I
if
know
you're
it.
because I've been shadow banned before. I think I'm not shadow banned now because I'm
How do
starting.
you lift it?
Well, the thing is, like with your profile, because you're posting like trying to promote your
I stopped putting OnlyFans. I stopped writing OnlyFans anywhere.
Okay.
Like, I won't put
I
out a
don't.
post.
I know that like a lot of women who post like sultry content have a trouble because they get shadow banned a lot because the site. I don't know. I don't know how like what the guidelines actually are because like when
Because
I
I
log
don't get it. Because every time I open up Twitter, there's fucking porn and
there's
ass
point.
and
Yeah, there's
bush and fucking.
there's a lady I follow who today posted a picture with a Coke can up her ass and she has like hundreds of thousands of followers. So I don't know. I don't know like why certain accounts get shadow banned or for what. But I think the only way to get unshadow banned is just to cool off for a while, just to like ease up on posting or just maybe even not post for a minute. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was shadow banned for a long time and I had to stop like trolling as much and stop posting. Like I haven't posted titty videos in a while. I just eased up on all that. And I think I'm finally unshadow banned because I'm starting to actually get engagement again.
Right.
And like my paychecks are looking better. Because once you're monetized, it's based on engagement, like the impressions per like with each
Oh,
post.
okay.
Yeah, so and you can see that in your analytics. So like if you post something that goes kind of viral or really goes viral or whatever, that's money in your pocket. I don't know how Elon is making money on it. Like I
I know. I'm
guess
about to like grab it right now and do it. I don't know if I'll make it. I only have 8,000 followers.
yeah, you have enough of a following that it like you're already subscribed to the premium. So you might as well do like do the monetization. Right. I guess he makes money duping the people who don't really have followings into paying for that. Because if you only have like a few hundred followers, like there's no real reason to pay for Twitter Premium. Like I don't know why you would, but if you have like thousands of followers, like I do, like you do, Scarlet, Sal
Right.
will at some point.
I just never thought about it. The only followers I get are people that go to my Instagram or my TikTok and then they go to my Linktree and then they follow me on Twitter.
I'm at 1,000.
That's the only way that I get.
Yeah, I'm at 9,831.
Go ahead and read my last tweet, Dalton.
Yeah, go ahead, read your tweet, or I'll read it. Let me find it. Fatty folks, follow Sal on Twitter at FattyWop420 FATTYWOP.
Here's a little preview of what you're going to be getting.
I'm so tired of looking for ginormica porn and seeing some stupid monster or alien penis. I just want ginormica. What is ginormica?
She's from Monsters and Aliens. She's the big bitch. So I keep looking up just her, and I'm like, I don't want to see the fucking mummy and the monsters of the aliens. I just want ginormica.
Okay.
So my Twitter on monetization, it just says eligible subscriptions and not yet eligible ads revenue sharing.
Oh, I wonder why. Why does it say that?
And then learn more.
I guess learn more, yeah, because I don't know why you wouldn't be eligible.
Getting paid. Yeah, just
I think there is
facts.
I think there is an application process, maybe.
You go to premium, right? You go to wait.
Yeah, and you go to monetization.
So I go to my account, and then I go to premium. Can you see it?
Yeah, and you go to where it says monetization.
Monetization. What the fuck is Grok, by the way?
Oh, that's the AI. That's actually fun to play with.
monetization, and then all I get is eligible subscriptions and not yet eligible for ads revenue.
Okay. Yeah, if you click on the ads thing, it should tell you how to become eligible.
I'm not
Do you
eligible.
need ads?
Well,
Does
that's
your
how
ads make the
that's how
money?
it works. Is if you're monetized and you have a post that really blows up and gets a lot of
Oh, it says
engagement.
have at least, yeah, no, it says I have to have at least 5 million impressions on your post within the last 3 months.
Oh, okay.
I've never had that. 5 million?
So
I've had 100
that's
profile visits in the last 7 days.
impressions is different than likes because that's a lot. That would be too many for likes, but impressions is just the amount of people that have seen your post. So like as they're scrolling, it comes across their screen. So that's doable.
Everything's down. Look at
Yeah.
last 3 months, 858K impressions.
Nice.
Yeah,
Not even
if
close
you
to
just
5 million.
if you just started posting like more dumb just dumb dumb thoughts you're having throughout the day.
In 1 year, I've had 5 million impressions. 1 year.
Yeah, like if you just started posting a ton more and just like posting like dumbass thoughts you have all throughout the day, you'll probably get that. You'll probably get it.
Yeah, look at Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
My likes and followers and profile visits are up, but my impressions are down. My engagement rate is up. My link clicks is down. My replies.
All my shit's down.
I wonder if I should change my link tree too.
If you should what?
Change my link tree because I changed my link in bio thing to like you have to click on an extra authentication, like 18 plus content on my Instagram. And I've gotten more impressions on Instagram since I changed it. And I have my old one in my regular.
Yeah. Order. I don't know. I don't make adult content, so I don't know how that.
Right.
I'm about to start.
I'm sure we got to make some money.
Dude, you honestly could, but you just have to you have to fucking cater towards gay men. It's the only way you're gonna make money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's fine. That's
that
fair.
one.
I can never
that
be
one
attracted
account.
to a woman.
There's one guy I follow. His name is Trevor or something. He's constantly just posting pictures of his hard penis. Like he's a funny dude, but then every now and then he'll be like,
"It's just a dick."
Yeah, he'll post something and it'll be like, "Hey guys, is this a like? What do you think of this?" And it'll be a picture that says like where you have to click on it to actually see it. And I've been tricked so many times where I click on it and it's just a picture of his hard cock. I'm like, God damn it, dude. But he told me
that's the thing though. Like I don't understand. Like if you guys are men, what is the deal with men wanting to show their cock off when not asked?
I did.
Like I don't know any women that just takes a picture of a pussy and sends it.
I did ask. I did ask for consent. I did ask you, and you denied.
Oh no! I didn't. I just didn't answer.
Yeah, I took your silence as refusal, and I said, "Hey,
no,
I'll respect
I'm just saying,
you."
like somebody will subscribe to my OnlyFans, and it's not even just OnlyFans. It could be anywhere.
Yeah,
it could be a message. Say I'm on a dating website, which I've never done, but which I have done actually. That's a lie, a long time ago. But like they'll just send a dick. Like they're just sending dicks to everybody. I don't get it.
Well, I know that
they're hoping somebody will like what they see.
Like majority of females that I know, would just be like, wouldn't be like, oh, that's a nice cock. I'm gonna come right over and ride it. You know what I mean?
Right. I would never send anything like that unsolicited. I've always like made sure that I get it in triplicate, consent.
Well, you're the minority. You're the minority.
Yeah, but I know that psychologically, just like the thought of a woman just having to look at your penis, it helps you like jerk off, I guess.
It's tantalizing.
Yeah, just like the idea of like,
is that what it is? Thank God, it's been a fucking mystery for so long.
Yeah, just the idea that she like opens her phone and there's your penis, and she's looking at it. So now I get to imagine a woman looking at my penis while I jerk my penis off.
Okay. Yeah. Thank God I finally got a fucking answer on that because I've really it's been a mystery to me. And I'm not like, ew, it's gross. I'm just like, what is it? And especially on my OnlyFans, like they'll come in and they'll just like, they won't even be like, because I have a welcome message where it's like, tell me your name, where you're from. I'd love to chat, blah, blah, blah. And then I just open up their message and it's a dick.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, no, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. And I'm from blah, blah, blah. It's just dick.
Would you rather the backstory?
I'd rather a tip. before
Yeah.
you send the dick.
Just the tip. Okay.
Just the tip before the dick, please.
Hey, sister,
know?
with me, it's all tip. All
Do you
tip,
feel
no
if
shaft.
someone sends a big tip for a rating, do you feel obligated to give them a good rating?
Well, they usually ask, and I do $20 for like a text reading or a voice note, or I do 50 for a video, and I usually would take my tits out for the video,
Nice.
which is reasonable.
See,
Reasonable.
that's an extra layer. If there's a woman with her titties out looking at my penis,
I'm talking about it.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to
Damn.
bust.
Yeah.
And I did the other day, somebody wanted I'm really nice because I don't have a shitload of influx. You know what I mean? Like it's all a numbers game, but I don't have I've never really had like a shitload of fans in there because I've never really quite blown up on the internet yet. You know, I'm just like waiting to go viral. But like I have a couple times, but not really in the magnitude of a lot of these other girls. But I know in my stripper background and all this stuff, I know how to like talk to people. And I also, you know, some of them are really kind to me, and that's why I stay around. Some of them are dickheads, but I'm pretty nice. Like someone asked me the other day to do like a dominant JOI video, and I was like, sure, you know.
Oh yeah,
like I'll do most things.
I would
like,
enjoy
I make
that.
customs. Like I take time and I do it. Like I'm not just like fucking off, and I'm like doing things, but only if it's like a nice person. And you know, because some people are nice, but there's a lot of people that come in there and they just expect free shit because they're used to following like porn girls, and like they just expect everything to be free. And what they don't understand is like a lot of these girls are managed, and you're not actually talking to them. Because I mean, why wouldn't you be? If I had hundreds of thousands of subscribers, how the fuck would I be able to message them all by myself? That's crazy.
I remember the first time going down on a woman, I was staring her right in the pussy thinking, oh my God, where do I even begin?
Who's that?
I don't know. It's one of the sound clips I have.
I know that voice.
It was from
I think that was Call Her Daddy.
I don't know who it was. It was from some YouTube video I found on squirting, and it was so I just clipped that part.
I have had a couple of lesbian experiences.
You had lesbian experiences?
I've had a couple, yeah.
What do you think?
Not into it.
Twat's not for you?
No.
It's
definitely not.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Twats on the menu.
Done a couple times, but
yeah. I was just thinking today I would rather watch two women have sex than two men, but I'd rather hang out with gay guys than lesbians.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like gay dudes make better company. They're more fun than hanging out with some clam bashers.
I've had a lot of people think I was a lesbian just because I'm tattooed.
Really?
I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
No, I would have probably just guessed
yeah.
you're like rockabilly or something. That'd be
like
my
the big chicken.
A little rockabilly.
Like rockabilly.
The
like
big chicken.
What?
What's that? Isn't that a kids
like
movie?
Brian Setzer in the orchestra.
No.
They're rockabilly, aren't they?
Rockabilly is like a style thing. It's like a guys with
like
big,
a pin-up-y kind of thing.
Like a pin-up kind of girl, like heavily tattooed, big tits, but busty. Wears her hair.
Naked.
Yeah. I love her.
Wears her hair like up.
Yeah. She wears like bouffants or pompadours or some shit.
Yeah.
Usually what I think, like when I see a heavily tattooed woman, I think she's either currently or recovering rockabilly.
Or she's a recovering crackhead.
Or a recovering drug addict, yeah. It is a big thing with
drugs.
drugs.
It's funny because I started getting really tattooed after I got sober.
I've heard of that because like tattooing is addictive, and it's like the whole, I don't know, the whole ritual of tattooing, like the pain of it and having it on, like I don't know, something about it fills that gap that the drugs are no longer, that void that drugs are no longer filling.
I feel like that was in the beginning of my sobriety, but I feel like the older I get, the more they hurt, the more I don't want them anymore. But I have like giant projects. Like I have a whole leg sleeve that I need to get finished. My whole entire back is getting worked on, and I dread every single appointment. But I used to look forward to them, and now I just am like, ooh,
yeah, they hurt.
I want to do it, but I'm in too deep at this point.
Yeah, they do hurt, but it's like, a lot of people get sober.
Some 41.
how about I, instead of spending thousands of dollars on drugs, I spend thousands of dollars on like roses,
Is this the
tattoo.
Patreon?
Yeah, dude.
I don't even know what we're doing. We've been going like 3 hours now, so we could probably
I know it's been a while.
we take it. You've been a good sport. You've hung out, and
Yeah.
we've given the people like half of a work shift, like up to their lunch break with this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And-
I'm probably gonna get fired from my job.
You think so?
I'm
You're not
bad at
selling
it.
enough?
I'm bad. I'm not selling enough.
Well, you're too honest.
Yeah, I'm too honest.
You're like,
And
look,
I-
Oh, you gotta being in sales. You gotta be a fucking
Yeah,
manipulative
it's
liar.
and it's like me and Sal both talk about this all the time, but our jobs are making us more racist.
The N word.
We
Do it again.
Dude, hospitality,
N-word.
fucking the fucking restaurant business. Yeah.
Dude, yeah,
Yep.
working in sales, getting a sales call and just immediately hearing like 3 different smoke alarms chirp in the background. Like, well, I'm not making any money.
Mine are
on
all
this
ripped.
one.
Mine are all ripped out of the walls. What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But this,
I usually find them with a little plastic bag over it.
as soon as I
Yeah.
hear if I hear a smoke alarm chirp and I hear like an entire Medea's family reunion screaming at each other in the background, I'm like, oh, I'm not making any money on this. This is gonna be
Oh my god.
this is gonna be a lot of very laborious for me. I'm gonna have to put in a lot of work to sell this person the absolute cheapest thing we have, and they're not budging.
Ooh.
I can't upsell them on anything, and they're gonna get mad at me when I pitch them something that costs more than what they're willing to spend. They're gonna get real uppity with me, so to speak.
Someone told me that I would be really good. Someone that's in sales, that's an older gentleman that I know. he told me that I would be really good in pharmaceutical sales. And I was like,
Yo, did you
can't go from
see
a drug addict to a pharmaceutical
that was in
salesman, unless
that
it's like a good
the dope sick documentary and the TV show about it.
The show. Was it the show? The series
Painkiller.
with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, that's like a big part of that show is they
Dude,
were
that
just
was
hiring
so good.
they were hiring beautiful big titted women. Oh, hold on.
Beautiful, naked, big titted women just don't fall out of the sky, you know?
They were finding beautiful big titty butt naked women. They were hiring beautiful women because they were the best at pushing Oxycontin onto those doctors.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to push anything that's gonna ruin people's fucking lives.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
morally-
even at my job, which is just over the phone, the women crush it. And it's like all the
Of course.
I struggle so much, and then I'll check the sales board. It's like all the fucking women are just dominating, and I'm like, what am I doing different? It's because I'm some mayo ass, cracker ass white boy, I guess.
well, it's a lot of older people. It's probably lonely men, and you know how.
Oh
it goes.
yeah. I get
Don't
real
think
I get
about it
real
that way.
frustrated when I'm talking to older people and I go, can I get your email address? And they go, I ain't got email. And I'm like,
They're like, what's
how?
that?
How do you not have an email? It's been around for like 30
Yeah.
years.
And then or if they do have one, it's got a fucking underscore in it.
Yeah.
My mom does.
Like, you old bastard. Take the underscore out of your email.
Yeah.
It's Sue Ellen underscore
My mom's
family.
still email is still Comcast.com.
Or
Yeah.
or they try to or they try to tell you like the case of the letter, like if it's capitalized or not. And I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter, bitch. It doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. It's an email address. It's all lowercase anyway.
Oh, I love that. Is it capital or not? I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. You
I'll
don't
try
even
it with a capital.
But
I'm like that too, though. I'm such a boomer when it comes to like calling. Like I have my car loans through DCU, and I'm like, talk to a human. Talk to a human.
I do want.
I get
look,
so pissed off.
I can't.
I don't
do the
either.
automated shit. I can't.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with
Talk to
that.
a person.
But when it comes to actually like the stuff that I have to do on my end, like if I have to fill out online forms or whatever, I'm capable of doing that. And I talk to people all day who are like, now it said here I gotta create a password. What that mean? And I go, you gotta think of something for as a I don't even know how.
Yeah, like I don't have a password. I've never logged into this before. It's like, no, you're creating it though.
You're creating it.
I don't have the password.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they go, now I say here, I got to enter my phone number. Now, does that mean I got to put my phone number in here? I'm just like, wait, what? Yes. Yeah, it's great. And then I get the people who just don't have an email address. I'm like, how have you survived? Like, how are you existing in this world
Right.
without an email? What that tells me is they are just like, whoever this person is completely reliant on other people and like the system, I guess.
And they're spending a lot of money on checks.
Yeah,
because checks are expensive.
they're just offloading any
Checks and
responsibility.
stamps.
They're just offloading all the responsibility that they like that they should have for themselves onto other people in the system and me, because now I have to like do all these workarounds to help them because they don't have an email address. I'm like, you're making everything so much more difficult for yourself and everyone around you by not getting it, something that's been around for 30 years. That if you're in your 70s, email started when you were in your 40s.
Right.
So I don't understand why you never adopted it. But whatever, fuck them. They'll be dead
Remember
soon.
You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, there was a whole movie.
Yeah.
That movie.
Totally obsolete now.
Yeah. You've got mail.
Were you guys old enough for when the computer had to start up and it was like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to cover it with a blanket,
God.
so it
And
didn't
you
make
couldn't do the
noise.
phone and the internet at the same time.
Yeah.
My parents would tell me to shut it off, and I'd start it back up. I'd cover it with like a blanket.
Yeah, you'd be on the internet, and then from another room, your mom would scream and go, "Turn the internet off! I'm trying to call my
What was it?
sister."
Did you guys have instant AOL Instant Messenger?
I never got into that.
That was the original Facebook.
I remember I messaged a guy and I was in like 8th grade and I asked him to measure his penis. And it was like 3.4 inches, and we called him 3.4 for the
Wow, high school's brutal.
High school's
three
brutal.
no, we called him 3 3/4, and he played basketball.
That's
Like,
on
"Go
that's on
3
him.
3/4,
That's on
3
him
3/4."
that's on him for actually measuring it and being honest with
There
you
was this
about
other
it.
kid who always had like you could always see his dick through his pants when he would play basketball. This was like 8th grade. This is terrible. We'd be like, "Go Bone!" We call him Bone. 3 3/4 and Bone. That was terrible.
So is that a lot? Is that a lot?
I mean, I don't even know if we were in like 8th grade, so he probably measured it soft. I don't even know what happened.
Oh, if I measure my shit
there was
soft,
no dick pics back then.
Yeah,
there was dick Polaroid.
We're needing a whole new unit of measurement.
we have to go metric and get down to like nanometers or something.
You know what's crazy when a guy has a soft dick and it's still huge?
Yeah, I wish that
crazy.
I would love.
No, it's
if
weird
I had that'd be great.
You're like, oh no, this is a fucking horse.
I follow this trans lady on Twitter, and she posted a picture the other day of her soft dick, like resting,
I saw that,
like resting on her belly. It was like flipped up and on her stomach, and I was like, my hard penis can barely reach my stomach. My soft penis ain't even coming close.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And hers just flopped up onto her like belly button. I was very.
One of my exes was like that. His soft dick, I thought was hard. I was like, "What?"
Big dicks are crazy.
Dude, big dicks are.
Dude, like really big ones.
You ever see one where it's like, how does he not get lightheaded every time he gets the boner?
Yeah, like Dread. That porn.
Yeah, like that's so much blood.
God.
Yeah, when the woman tries to like give him a blowjob and she can like barely even wrap her lips around it, let alone like actually
like the girth master.
The girth master, everyone's favorite. Like those pictures are horrifying. Like everything he posts where it's like a woman blowing him, I'm like, she doesn't look like she's enjoying this.
And he's a freak of nature. It's always the freak of natures that get the most like views and shit, like little midget girls and.
Yeah, he said he's
making
like
start fucking animals.
He said he's making like $80,000 a month on OnlyFans.
Gay guys.
Yeah.
He's not even gay.
Don't pay for OnlyFans.
Well, gay men are on his OnlyFans. No woman is paying that. No woman is paying.
Women don't buy OnlyFans, right?
No, women read.
I think they do. I think Flesh Mechanic. I think women buy Flesh Mechanic.
Actually, oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I heard because I've always heard women prefer to read porn. I should start like a literotica OnlyFans.
Yo,
Dude.
Dude,
it's a really good idea.
I started reading smut books. I've read Haunting Adeline. Have you heard of it?
No.
Is the ghost be fucking her?
The whole entire first page is all trigger warnings. Let's just tell you.
Yeah, I should start
It's like
writing.
the guy fucks her. It's really good.
I
If
should
you want
start-
an erotic book, make sure a woman wrote it, because the guys that write the erotica, it doesn't sound
No,
right.
I think I can do it. I think I'm going to start writing literotica and start an OnlyFans for like smut porn.
But what's it gonna be about?
Sucking and fucking, dude.
Yeah.
Just like Victorian era, like romances.
Fuck yeah.
But with
This
like
is gonna sound terrible, but women are like the Haunting Adeline books. There's a lot of like rape stuff. Like there's like women are
love
like
that.
into that kind of
Women love it.
yeah.
Consensual,
thing.
non-consent.
Yeah, my first story, Abby was raped by a man.
Or like they like when monsters and stuff. Like
Okay,
not even
by
just
a
a
were-
man.
a
They want like
werewolf-
monsters.
A werewolf raped my wife. That's
There's
my
even
In
like
London.
there's like
In London.
Shrek.
In
If you
London.
dig deep, there's like Shrek erotica. There's all kinds of shit. There's
Yeah.
alien
We were-
ones, aliens fucking women.
On our
There's all
honeymoon.
kinds of this shit. going on.
Don't get punch.
Come on,
Yeah,
Shrek.
so that's
Don't you want to
the
watch me
next.
fuck a bitch?
Yeah,
Have you guys ever seen a porn with the girls with the alien thing?
yeah.
How does that look?
What
Terror,
alien
like,
thing?
like the big ass dildos that look like alien cocks.
Yeah, those look scary.
There's a lady I follow on Twitter. Her name is Elixorus, and she does like the size kink thing where she has these monster dildos that
I saw something like that on Hegray art.
yeah, it's like big. It's like so much bigger than any human penis ever could be. It has to be like penetrating through her cervix and possibly even getting like
In her
going in,
brain.
going into her. Yeah, her. At
I
least,
can, if I'm fucking someone with a big dick, I can see their dick outline of my stomach.
yeah, so
Oh.
that's her thing. Is she's always posting pictures of her
What?
videos of her fucking herself with these huge dildos, and you can see the bulge in her stomach as it's going
That's
in
not
and out.
good, is it? Is that how you get cervical cancer?
It's
think
just
so.
for because she wants to make money. It's just because she wants to make money and do something different. Like women are like out there mutilating themselves to make
Yeah.
you know, you see those women with the BBLs that you know they got in another country. Their waist is this big and their ass is
Oh,
this
yeah,
fat. They
yeah.
have to buy like 3 airplane seats and stuff. Like there's gonna be a big thing in the next few years where a bunch of people are gonna have issues.
Yeah, I've heard
shit's crazy.
I've heard a BBL is like a pretty risky surgery anyway. So those women with those like gargantuan monster asses might just start dropping dead.
Why would anyone do that?
Like what
They
is
get
like
sepsis or
Yeah,
whatever. But it is their own fat though, isn't it?
the your body rejected the ass. Sorry to tell you, we have to either cut your ass off or you'll die.
I'm sorry to tell you, your wife's body's rejected the extra ass. Well, what can we do? Can we try something else? No, there's options. We're gonna have to undo the surgery. Doctor,
Sorry.
listen to me.
Yeah, I
My
regret to
wife has
inform
no
you.
ass.
Your after if you want your wife will live, but she will have Hank Hill ass after this.
Yeah, just someone
Just
breaking
pull the
down the
plug.
lobby.
Just, just putting a
He'll
pillow
just
over
leave
her
her.
face.
He'll just leave her.
Yeah, you just leave her in the hospital. She wakes up. Where's my husband?
I saw some crazy statistic about like how much more men leave women that get in like tragic accidents and like become paraplegics and get
That's
sick.
terrible.
That men are more likely to leave a woman and a woman.
I would never do that.
Oh, that's
Dude,
so
nothing-
awful.
nothing-
That's a
makes me-
difficult situation though, because like what if the woman's like, I can't fuck
Miserable.
anymore.
Nothing makes
You know what I
me.
mean? Like, and that would kind of suck. Like, say I was married and I got in an accident and I lost fucking everything that works.
Depends how cool
I
you
kind
are.
of feel bad. Like,
Well, then, yeah. I mean, if
It'd
you
just be
felt bad, if you were
blowjob,
like,
that's
hey,
it.
listen,
There's nothing more enticing to me than the idea of a woman who is completely and totally reliant on me and who cannot ever leave me.
I guess at that point you'd have
Okay.
to let them use like sex workers and stuff.
or maybe, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Like, listen, you know, like if it gets really bad, just bring home a hooker.
hmm
And then
Yeah.
I'll just wheel my spooky ass in and watch.
Yeah, put her in the cuck chair.
Damn.
That's my wife.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's fine. She's sleeping. She sleeps upright.
Yeah. Is it cool? Is it cool if my vegetative wife watches? They say they say she's still in there somewhere. Maybe this will.
What? So what if she was a real sport and she's like, listen, I don't have the desire anymore, but just toss me around. Do whatever you want. Fucking put my legs
Cool.
behind my ears.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Like, go for it, champ. You know,
Look,
do
I
everything
wasn't.
you've ever wanted to
Look, I
do.
wasn't making any woman come anyway, so it's no different for her.
You want to shoot me in the butt cheek?
It's
with a
the
paintball
exact
gun?
same sexual experience.
Well, the
that she
thing
was-
about it is every woman is different in what they like down there when you're eating pussy, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some
Go
women,
on.
like I like it very gentle, and then just increasingly getting like harder and harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I don't know what the fetish is. I talked about this with somebody else and there's a name for it. As I like to keep my underwear on. I like them to like go like
Panties to the
almost like you're
side.
in- like you're,
Panties to the side.
dry humping kind of shit.
So yeah, usually by the time
Not
I'm
take the
done-
panties off for a while, kind of just go around the panties.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
you're building up like he's gonna touch my clit. You know what I mean? Like
As the guy though, by the time you're done, I'm doing sessions like while holding my breath. It's like I'm going back in like for a long run.
Yeah.
I know, and I like to have the blanket over, so I'm like snuffing them out at the same time. They can't breathe.
Oh yeah. You just rip a fart.
That happened to me once, not me farting, but them.
You just gotta
I
embrace
was going down on a guy. He was my
it.
boyfriend.
And he ripped ass.
Dude, and I was going, he was a lot older than me, and I was going down on him, and he like a fart slipped out and went
That's
directly up my nose.
offensive.
Directly.
That's
And I
assault.
kept, listen, I kept going.
Whoa,
That's assault.
nice.
I kept going and I pretended like I didn't just suck a fart out my nose.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
I'm
you're a
about
victim
to
of
Kept
bust.
going. I kept going. And then that motherfucker ended up like cheating on me. And like, good luck finding someone who's gonna suck a fucking fart up their nose.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, there's you know what? You're one of the good ones.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
make
it's
fun of
rare
the guy
to find
anymore.
a woman who will suck a fart out of your dick.
I loved him though. Like it wasn't like I probably wouldn't do it if like it was somebody that like I don't randomly hook up with anybody really, but like if it was like I loved him. So I didn't want to embarrass him. I didn't even talk about it with him for a long
Right.
time. For like months. And you know what the time I talked about it with him was? We were going to buy a fucking Christmas tree and I had to go pee in the woods because I was like had to pee so bad. We were on our way to this like farm.
Yeah.
I went in the woods and I was like, he's like, what are you doing? Because I like had to fart myself. So I pee and I do this thing like when I fart, like I learned this from a different boyfriend. I like go like this and let it out of my pants.
Okay.
It doesn't make my pants smell. I don't like my pants smell. So I was like walking back over to the car and I was letting the fart out. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, are you farting right now? Well, it's disgusting. And I'm like, oh,
Whoa.
let me tell you something. Remember that time you farted up my nose? And that was the only time I ever mentioned it. I never mentioned it.
So
After.
he had all rights to be upset because you didn't mention it and then you just brought it up randomly.
Well, he said
Look,
"Ew, you're
exactly like a
farting."
woman.
Yeah, I mean,
Woman
you
just
really
stewing
handled that
over
one
something.
pretty typically.
Yeah, and then bringing it up
I
months
was waiting
later.
for my opportunity.
Oh Lord.
That's
Sucking
like, oh,
farts
I'm
out of
gross.
dicks.
Sucking a fart.
Yo,
Like,
Shawty sucked a
okay,
fart out of my
butthole,
dick.
Like here's balls, here's deep throwing the cock, and the butthole's right here. So the balls, you know, ball and asshole ratio is not very, you know.
Yeah.
You're right
close
up on
together. It went straight from his butthole to my nose.
Mhm.
Yeah, no filter.
Straight.
Not
No
even
filter.
filtered through the jeans. Like if you smell a fart and someone that's clothed, it's like it's heavily filtered.
Mhm.
Dude.
But then you got unleaded,
You got a raw fart.
a raw fart.
Yeah.
It was real bad. And it was like a you know what I mean? Like
Oh, this
no.
kid, yeah, his
it wasn't
cheeks
like
were
it wasn't
spread.
like a loud fart. It was like
He was holding back a shit.
Dude, I was
Think of how close you were to a shit.
yeah, dude. That happened to me. Well, one time I was hooking up with a lady, and I put a finger in her rear. And I pulled
there
my
was poop?
finger out. I had doo-doo
And you
finger.
pulled a fart out.
I pulled a fart out of her ass. I was like, "Is this your fart?" No, I doo-doo finger. I had to go. I was like, "Oh, I have to go pee." Actually, and I went to the bathroom and washed my hands and came back. She knew what had happened. She was really embarrassed, but I just
She's
like
like,
didn't.
sorry. Sometimes I shit right before sex.
Yeah,
Did you sniff it? Did you sniff it first?
No, I just looked at my
Oh,
finger.
you
I was
got
like,
to sniff it.
No, I just was like, "Oh, I have shit all over my finger. I gotta go clean this off."
I've never had like anything gross on my finger that I didn't smell.
No, I didn't
Oh,
want
that's
to.
weird.
I didn't want to make a big deal. I just was like, I'll go wash up and come back.
You should have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I just. But I came back
You
and
got shit in
she
your
was
What the
like,
fuck
ass?
is this?
she was obviously embarrassed by it, and then I just didn't go near her ass again.
I mean,
know?
when you're playing with fire, you got.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
could have
I know.
manipulated. Dalton, you could have gaslighted her into a
Yeah.
whole relationship. You know, like guys are not gonna like that. You got shitty butt.
Nah, the
better
relationship
stay with me.
it didn't last that long anyway.
That's why
It was-
anal's mad risky
Yeah.
for shit.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
that's you gotta douche. You gotta water douche your butt.
Yeah, you gotta clean that, wash that ass.
You gotta do like an enema. A lot of professionals that do like anal scenes, they do like enemas.
Always thought he was a shitty rapper, Enema.
Enema. You ever seen like a girl do like an enema with Sprite?
No. No.
Oh.
Is that
Yeah.
is that how like a black woman does it?
No, they use 7-Up.
Yeah.
Oof.
I got diabetes from my pussy. I got the pussy diabetes. Put too much 7-Up in my
Diabetes.
pussy.
All
All
right.
right. We should
Great.
wrap this up because we've been going for a while. Scarlet, thank you for doing this. It's a Scarlet XOXO on OnlyFans. Folks, please pay
Scarlet Monroe,
Oh, Scarlet.
XOXO on
Yeah.
OnlyFans, on Instagram, on Twitch, on TikTok, and then Scarlet Monroe XO on Twitter.
And for those of you that think you're just gonna type in Scarlet Monroe XO leaks, there aren't any. You have to
Did you
go.
try to find them?
Yeah, you have to subscribe.
I know I don't have any. I'm lucky.
Shit.
That's
yeah.
God. That's God working in
Folks,
my life.
let's
God
get
looking out for you.
let's get Scarlet successful enough on OnlyFans that there's
get a
leaks
leak.
of her.
That there
Yeah,
is leaks. See,
please.
that's the thing. That's how I look at it. I'm like, there's no leaks because
Yeah, I
haven't made
never.
enough money.
I see women like sex workers, like OnlyFans girls on Twitter all the time complaining about leaks. But I'm like, if you're doing well enough, if there's enough
Yeah.
interest in you that there's leaks, then you're probably making good money.
That means you've
Mhm.
really made it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've had some months that are better than other months, and like, I'm not like doing horribly, but I am not like, you know, like these
I'll
other
leak your
girls. These are
content
like the
for you.
girls that have leaks.
Yeah,
I'm
don't.
not
Yeah,
one of them.
actually, we'll leak your. We'll
I'll leak it.
subscribe.
Don't worry. I'll
We'll
be
screen
solid.
record it.
Subscribe and leak
Put it on ethoughts.com.
Well, a lot of the people that come onto the OnlyFans pages that, you know, I don't show pussy for fucking $10 and $5. And the people that would leak my
What's the
content, are the
price?
people that don't want to spend money.
What's the price?
For like pussy pics. So another thing is I'm a little weird. Like mine's a girlfriend experience. So like if someone just comes straight into my page and asks for pussy stuff, I feel sometimes it depends on the mood I'm in and how I'm feeling that day. But sometimes I won't. Like I'll give them something else first. Cause I don't know who the fuck you know what I mean? Like, but usually
Yeah.
$100.
Okay.
Ooh.
$100
Customs
for
are
pussy.
$100 a hole.
$100
Okay.
a hole.
$100 a
Damn.
hole.
So you can
But
make.
I start showing nudity at like 25, 30.
Okay. So
But I
you.
do like tease videos, but I have all types of content. I have all types
But-
of shit.
Your mouth doesn't count as one of those holes, so it's
The mouth
you-
doesn't count. No.
Okay,
It's
so it's
ass and pussy.
two. So
Butthole
two.
pussy.
You stand to make $200 total on holes.
Well, the whole thing too is a lot of people don't understand that OnlyFans takes 20% of everything I ever make. So if I do a $200 video, I'm only making 160, and then I'm also getting taxed on the 160 because
That's the pussy tax.
yeah. So you get taxed on everything you make.
It doesn't even matter who's fucking you in the video. The one who's really fucking you is Uncle Sam.
Exactly. So like if I sell pussy pics or pussy content or whatever the fuck for $100,
this better be the Mel's
I'm making 80,
pussies.
and then I'm getting taxed on the 80, so I'm really only getting like 60 something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, if I was getting the full money, I wouldn't do it for that much.
If you jumped into Mel's hole with a boner, is that like fucking the earth?
Into whose hole?
Mel's hole, you know, that
Mel?
big hole.
Nope.
Does anyone else
Where?
listen to Art Bell?
No.
Oh.
I did used to listen to Art Bell, but I don't know about Mel's hole.
Just this big ass hole. They don't know
Folks,
how deep it goes.
it's Scarlet Monroe XO on OnlyFans. Scarlet Monroe XOXO.
XOXO.
Scarlet Monroe
Yeah.
XOXO on OnlyFans and all the social media except on Twitter where it's Scarlet Monroe XO. Patreon.com.
She sells Sanctuary. I love how you sang the cult song.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand that's a fucking cult song.
Yeah. I have a decent musical acumen, so I clocked that right away. It's a great song.
Dark soul.
I thought it was a pretty clever little Twitter name.
Yeah, if I get a chance to do a little karaoke in my titty videos, I'll do it. That was a good opportunity. I like that song. And then
I love the cult.
Yeah, they're great.
Want to hear a fun fact about the cult? Is the ex-boyfriend of mine that farted up my nostrils? He worked on a cult video when he lived in LA.
Is this Blue Oyster Cult?
No, the cult. When a world.
He used to work on music video sets when he lived in LA. That's how old he is too.
Oh damn. When a world.
Romeo and Juliet.
No, that's it's different. Blue Oyster Cult is different. Anyway, folks, it's patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. I'll figure something out for the Patreon this week. We've been putting out some longins. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. That's the show, Scarlett. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, friend of the show. We'll have you back.
Yep.
And
wonderful.
Me and Alexis should do one together.
Yes, you, Alexis, and let's get all three. You, Alexis, and Alexis's big bootied friend, Allie. Yeah.
I don't know Allie personally, but I obviously know that I like her if Alexis likes her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my new favorite episode already.
Yeah, Allie's cool. I sent her some videos of my penis.
Oh, you did? She seems like she's a dommy mommy, like a dominant.
Yeah, she seemed to enjoy it, but then I sent her one that was too long and she got freaked out. She was like, "Why is this such a long video of you jerking off?" And I was like, it takes a minute to bust. Oh wait,
I'll say that I've never had a single person complain about my hardcore content.
Nice.
The only people that have ever complained are, "You didn't show me pussy for $5."
Maybe 15.
But that's yes, pussy's cool. That's
I'm bargain shopping, okay?
I'm
looking for that bargain pussy.
Where's that Salvation Army pussy?
Right?
All right.
I'm
folks,
looking for deals when I go on OnlyFans.
Thanks for tuning in. That's the show, and stop the recording.